Boom! Charisma saves! Excitement! Too much entertainment. Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. How are you guys doing tonight? How are you doing tonight on this fine evening?
Good.
Did you have a merriment?
What?
Ale?
No?
Other fantasy words that are things?
We don't have parties in the fantasy universe anymore because it only leads to death and destruction.
Well, that's just kind of how parties lead in real life, too.
True.
Just death and destruction. So welcome to Charisma Saves. It's festive tonight.
Kind of.
Not really.
Was it 40% of us are festive?
Yeah.
46.
Yeah, it's 40.
Yeah, 40. Yeah. That was right. So we went to my mom's house for Christmas today, and I got my mom weed. Thank you for hooking a brother up.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's legal.
It's legal if it was
I
given.
don't know.
If it was given as
What?
a gift.
You're
You
talking
can give
about.
it as a gift.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
A little paranoid there.
So, she was very happy about that. I'm the favorite son. So, I will be in the will getting all of her debt. Very excited.
Debt cannot be transferred. Only an estate can be garnished for said debt.
Oh, she has a large, vast estate. I'm sure that'll be...
Well, we'll get the cats, so...
hopefully she dies after them. We have been gone for some time.
It's been almost like a month.
It's been a long... It feels like just forever. And I don't like that. But we are here to fix that.
Alex got the flu.
Everyone got sick.
We all got the
I got
plague.
fucking sick at some point during this, but I
I've
was
been
okay.
healthy, but I don't suck.
I don't suck. Well, maybe you should suck more.
Yeah, it makes life way more interesting if you suck.
So, does anybody have any announcements? Sarah, you are working on new cards for the side and things that we think look good enough to maybe have a little merch for.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be the next round of character merch. Basically, it's gonna be... You guys will see when it comes out. Still working on it. It's a big project, so...
So many secrets.
So many secrets.
If you follow my Twitter, you'll see all the sneak peeks.
Or Patreon. The Magical Girl Sorcerer started getting shared around on Facebook, so get it while supplies last, which is forever.
Yeah.
It's still $1. People are really liking it, though, along with the other ones. It seems to be getting good reviews, so if you want to help your boy, I have 2 Electrum bestsellers, a silver and a gold. So I feel pretty good about that. I think platinum is
Twitch
higher,
gamer.
and then diamond is the highest. I'm in the top 1.5% of homebrews though on the site, which is fucking dope. So again, any profit we make off that is going towards campaign 2. I have purchased so much stuff for that, and you guys have sent stuff in, and it's gonna be fucking lit. Hopefully. We can pay for a new table so we can all be a little bit closer and we can have some extra cameras.
Have some better sound
I thought
setup.
about having a better sound setup. I thought about having a camera that on the battle moves around, which would be nice. And I was thinking about having Randy on a big TV. So
TV giant head Randy would be
TV
great.
giant head Randy, which would be
What?
fun. Yep, don't worry about it. So these are all things. Is there anything else? Anything else going on? Merry Christmas and stuff, if that's what you're into. If you're not, then, that's fine. Whatever other, what kind of holidays are there other than that? We've got Hanukkah, if you're Jewish, which I think is happening now. It feels right.
Yule?
What?
Yule.
Saturnalia?
Yeah.
You could, if you got babies, you can... eat those into fire and get good grace under your god or whatever you got going on. So, yeah. That's it. I think we're good. Also, the professor definitely not Hannah. The professor lost all of her spells in a terrible spellbook accident.
I think I got it now. At
Okay.
this point, I think I got it back.
Okay.
I remember. I
used
look
a
at it
couple
so
laps.
often
gotcha.
that I know which ones I have.
So I think we're good.
On the bright side, the same update that destroyed my also brought now you can back it up. So I will do that right now.
What a useless update to give you after
You lose everything.
they wipe the whole app for you.
Yeah. Well,
Well, if you need help with that after, we can go over it.
No,
I can't imagine you're going to need the breadth of your spells today.
I hope I don't.
But you might.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you guys are going to get into. I never know.
Can we not have like another day just turn into
Oh,
disaster?
it's gonna happen.
Well, you could definitely make disasters happen. So, anyway,
We are
a bit of a
disaster.
one shot. No.
today is not a one shot. What are we talking about? Wait, why did you say this?
No, somebody asked, is this a bit of a one shot?
It's 0 bit of a one shot. Stick around anyway, because you don't need context, okay? So, last we left off, the party had gone deep into the forest in search of the remnants of a foe from long ago, Crosley, the necromancer, who very much played a role in the formation of your little group, and probably is one of the major catalysts and the reason why you are all seen as heroes in the well, pretty much in Cador in general. You track down his old abode in the center of the Winterlight Forest, and you delve deep down a well, which happens to be a secret either currently being used or formerly used, you couldn't really tell, lair for this necromancer. Many dangers within, puzzles, and other measures to keep the unwanted out, but it seems that was not enough to keep you out of most places, even though you weren't able to access some areas. But you did come to a couple major conclusions, including a room that seems to have held a strange device with a paragon, which is a very potent spellcasting focus, a perfect spellcasting diamond that is very large and, in your experience, amplifies magical powers and spells. You think that there might be a magic jar situation occurring, maybe a phylactery. You can't quite tell. There's magics that you don't necessarily understand. But after some harrowing events, you made it out and back to your sanctum outside of Gygax, the capital city of the former many races nation. Sky Point, which is a hold that you frequent and have built up and have a small force in. After spending a little bit of time there, you had a conversation with Sig Horcus Porcus,
God, I forgot this is where we left off.
a gnomish man and friend of the Keepers of Eight, your hero group. For many years, in-game and out, has been a helping hand, a sort of mad genius, and apparently, the last thing he said is finding out the professor's origin and understanding time travel is involved, mentioned, exclaimed, that it seems he too is from a time long past. So we leave off after Sig screams, "Let's go home!" And so we pick up right there as Sig lets go of you.
Endgame this.
I hope we don't
All
have
of you
to
are
time
standing
travel.
there. What'd you say?
What's going on?
Sig, if I say the word, does the name Stan Irving sound familiar to you?
No!
Okay, so I'm even more confused. Okay, so are you from
Okay.
the same place as me?
What? I don't know where you lived.
Tranquilus? You said?
Tranquis, I know that place.
How do you know it?
It's the big city. They don't let people in.
Yeah. Okay, so same time frame, different place. Okay.
Maybe.
What do you mean maybe?
So you weren't allowed in the city?
Tranquis is not my home. By home, I meant the time.
Sig, how old are you?
What year is it?
805.
It's like mid. Well, let me tell you the story, and maybe we can piece it together.
Okay.
Because as you know, I'm assuming, unless you fix the problem, I haven't always been like this.
What?
It scrambles your brains a little bit. The eggs get all... Anyways, so...
Wait, are you telling me...
I think you piggybacked off my work, ma'am.
Your work?
How did they come to... What is the name of that? Those people in charge of your fuck-off city with all the...
The Institute.
That's the one.
What about them?
Well... I don't know, okay. Let me start at the beginning, and we'll just push forward. Come in. And
Okay.
he sort of waves over to his big barn
Isn't it just the
workspace.
two of us outside talking to it?
Bring your friends too if they want.
I think that Avelios went do Emperor stuff.
How long ago? Does he want to join us?
I was still in the Hartnell.
I'm pretty sure he was still in
yeah.
the Cardinal. I think he was thinking about going. And then Egnir and Asilius are definitely still there.
Okay, I'll go get everybody.
Okay.
Yeah,
Armadillo was there too, because she
Yep.
gave you a
Yeah.
hug. And she's like...
And she screamed at us.
you're done too.
I guess we could take a minute
Yeah.
to...
I walk back into the hard. Everybody? You might want to come to Sig's shed for a minute?
That
His
sounds
barn?
oddly terrifying.
Yeah, what did he fuck up this time?
Nothing is fucked up.
I don't believe you.
Doesn't track.
Just, he has a story to tell us, and I think we should all be there to listen to it. And I just turn around and walk back out.
As you turn around and walk back out, the immensity of the hole he dug is now sinking in. Because as you walk past the barn, it is about 10 feet down and about 15 feet wide.
Jesus Christ.
It seems he probably had EJ's help, but EJ
Oh my
is...
God.
When you walk into the barn, EJ is in the barn. Just sort of powering up or deactivated, can't really tell. There's no cords or anything going in, but maybe it sleeps. And I assume the rest of you walk in?
Yeah.
Okay. And as you walk in, Sig says, I don't have any chairs.
That's fine, we can stand.
Okay. Well, first thing, last name, not Horcus Porcus.
What is it?
It's the name of my town. I don't know where it's at, though. But I remember the name.
And that
You
is...
may not have heard of it. Did you grow up in the city?
Yes.
Okay, so you... it was outside of the walls.
I only had one friend from outside. I don't tend to deal with,
All right.
there's
Well,
not
it was...
a polite way that we refer to them. Anyway,
Well, I don't remember. Well, anyway, since I was a little lad, I was always good at tinkering with things. I could see something, and I could take it apart and put it back together. And, you know, sometimes you take it apart and put it back together even better than before. You know what I'm talking about. And, so, my parents, I can't remember their faces anymore, but I remember my mom. She made watches. And my other mom studied magic. And, I guess I took after them both a little bit. Anyway, the watchmaker mom, she got sick.
Didn't?
And,
What? That sounds
does your
familiar,
mom make
watchmaker.
watches too?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Was she short? Like a little itty bitty person that looks just like me?
No.
Well then, okay. Maybe they didn't know each other. I don't know.
Hey.
Anyway. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
Strange. Didn't know if you were related, maybe.
Multiple people make watches. I don't know why. Why
I
can't we
don't know
have
how the titles work.
titles?
Not everyone has a title.
She didn't have a title?
He wasn't from the city and he wasn't part of the institute, so he wouldn't.
No, I have no title. My name's Sig.
Oh.
Hi, nice to meet you, ma'am.
We've met, Sig.
Takes your hand and goes,
You feeling okay?
yeah. So, my mom got sick. She was fading, quickly. And I remember that I was upset about that. As I think most people would be when their mom gets sick, right? And, so I started learning a little bit more about magic, and at this point I was like, I could get around, I could do some stuff, your average magic's teleportation and moving around and stuff, but she got bad fast, and I wanted to put her in I was hoping I could pause.
Like suspended animation, basically.
Yeah, so that we could just put her in a space and we could fix her later
Sure.
as the treatments got better. But the only treatments were in the city. Luckily, this is before they banned everybody. You actually don't know a time when that happened. You don't know unbanned outsiders.
So it sounds like he's from even way before.
A good
was
point
born.
before, yeah,
Okay.
at least.
All right.
Anyway, since she didn't get the treatment soon enough in the city, I wanted to stop her, and I was getting pretty good at it. I could stop time for a little bit, which you realize is a very high level spell. But I couldn't, I needed more. I needed juice. I needed a way to tap into more than I could do it, so I don't know. So I was working on that spell, and then one night I'm in the hospital with my mom, and my mom's laying in the bed, and my other mom's asleep, and I'm just sitting there, and a man walked in to the room, and he wasn't like a doctor. He was just a guy, like a younger guy, I don't know. He tapped me on the shoulder with his cane, and he said something, and next thing I know, I'm following him to an auto carriage. It's like a horse, but with you sit inside the horse. It's like a horse, you're inside.
Inside the horse?
Without the goop. Imagine a very clean interior of a horse that you sit inside, and instead of legs, there's wheels.
Alternatively, it's like a carriage that goes without a horse.
Oh,
There are better
that
ways to
sounds-
explain this.
Yeah.
Well, the carriage doesn't move at all. That's stupid. So, anyway, so I follow him, and I don't know why. And then he takes me to a building, and then I remember being attached to a wall, like with a chain, like around my waist. There was a chain, and then I was in like a work area, and there were other people in the work area, but we couldn't see each other because of the glass. Anyway, so they made me work on my spell, and they were trying to get it so that we could move over planes really easy. Without, like, materials. Because you do need materials to do that, usually. Anyway, so, we were able to talk, me and the other tinkerers, but we couldn't see each other, and, I started picking their brains about stuff, and we started talking, and, well, I messed it up. I was able to procure some stuff, enough to make, like, a single-use thing, and I thought maybe I would jump back in time before they took me. So the first thing I remember after I turned it on was petting some old guy's horse.
Did you end up in Slipwas from there?
No, that was after the horse. So the horse came first. I'm petting a horse. I don't know where. I walked through. I remember like a lightning storm. And then I kept walking. And then there was a horse. Do you remember a horse?
I wasn't there for this.
Well, I don't know if the horse was part of it or... Anyway. So...
I think
Oh,
it's
you asked me how old I was. That was... I don't know how old I am. But I remember the day that I came to.
How long have you been here?
I don't know that answer either, but I remember when I noticed when I was here.
When was that?
6:58.
Okay.
Oh.
I remember that day.
Oh.
Yeah, and because I found, I guess I was already in Slipwas. Everybody looked like me, so I decided to stay.
Do you do the thing where if you die you change?
I've never died before.
To be fair, he doesn't recognize it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know why she changes at all. She used to have hooves. They were beautiful. I don't know why you'd want toes. Toes are disgusting. Do you have any pictures of your hooves?
That's a
I was
little
just asking. Anyway,
creepy.
so,
this...
I may have also, in the interim between 6:58-ish and now, created an AI in a pocket dimension to house my experiments that turned into a major realm of existence after the AI inside joined together and created basically another AI but gods. And, who hasn't created gods before?
What?
You know, Mechanus, you've been there.
What?
Well, anyways,
Wait, are you...
Wait.
Hold on. Ignore that because during my studies I have figured out a few rules of time travel which may help you. Because we have to go back.
Just real quick, this is gonna bother me if I don't ask. Did you create Mechanus?
I mean, I created the ones that created it. I'm like its
Your
grandfather. The AIs get out of control once you just let them...
What?
I created EJ. I also had inspiration from a friend. She was very large. Anyway, don't worry about it. A lot of things happened. And... I just want you to know EJ is fine now. Okay, he stopped reproducing.
Wait, you can reproduce?
Not anymore, neutered him. And spayed him, just to be sure.
Wait, how does the machine
I don't know, but it worked. So we stopped asking questions after it stopped. Anyways. So yeah. I do have some information that will help you, though. I did not know that you were time traveling. You should have told me about this.
How long?
Months and months, years ago, when we first met, first thing you should have said is, I'm a time traveler.
Why would I say that to you?
Because I would have known how to help you.
How long were you here before you knew you were here? Do you have any idea?
I remember...
The DM knows if you need help.
I think we said...
Yeah.
I think we said 10 was like how much I remember. Okay.
Years.
10 years?
Yeah.
It fries you. It fries you good.
So wait, what's...
Oh god.
Did you get a little bit of scrambling from the...
Have you met her?
Did you used
Let's
to be
be clear.
normal?
I'm not. I am not.
You are not as scrambled.
Sick?
Yes.
You feeling okay?
I'm having machinations.
So if we were to time
He
travel,
starts walking away a little bit.
if we were to time travel
Oh,
back,
yes, I'm sorry, I was about to build something.
if we were
Yes,
to
time travel.
if we were to go back,
I forgot.
what's to guarantee that we won't be scrambled for years?
Well, I figured out some rules.
What are the rules?
First of all, you need to house the time vortex, or you just go through it and experience multiple lifetimes.
Yeah, that's what the box is for. You've seen the toilet out back?
Yes,
what
that
that's
makes
supposed to
sense
do?
now. That makes sense.
Wait, you time traveled without a vessel?
Yes, which is why I didn't realize what your vessel was
You
until
should be dead.
I am aware now. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to jump backwards a week.
So wait, why is this institute making you guys making you and didn't
What
you say
institute?
that they made you
What
work
institute?
on time travel?
I didn't know I was working for anybody. I was captured.
Yeah, they kidnapped you.
Institute means nothing to me.
And a lot of the time they didn't know what I was working on. That
As
was
far as like I know that I know the institute was where I took my mom, but I was already there. Why did they have to? Maybe it was the same people. I don't know how they work. I just know she's probably dead.
it's been 5,000 years at minimum. Everyone we've ever known is dead.
Yeah, that's true.
I've made
That's
peace
fine.
with it as much as you can.
Well, I'm only.
But if you travel back, couldn't you bring some of them here?
No! No! Oh boy! Don't do that.
Is that bad?
Well, because they've already been back 5,000 years and they live their lives, and if they move and stop living, what could happen? Only people that weren't there can come forward. You were supposed to be not there, so that's fine. I was supposed to be not there apparently too,
Well, how do you know you were supposed to be not there?
because I'm here. I have no idea what happens if we take other people. How do we know that they weren't supposed to be taken? Time travel is very spooky.
If we take other people from their subjective time frames and pull them out of it, it changes all the events afterward.
Unless they
You
were
guys-
supposed to be taken, which is the real thing
That's
that'll
what
make
I
you
was.
noodle.
That's what I was thinking. What if they were supposed to be taken?
Yeah, but
to
you don't
help
know if
us
they're supposed to
now?
be taken until you ruin the time streams.
Oh, God.
I
This
know.
is a lot to deal with.
Well, I have more rules for you. Get ready, pen and paper. Anybody?
Hold on.
Need a pen? Here's some
Grab my
pen.
journal.
Sure. So,
The professor grabs a pen. By the way, half the pens on the Hartnell say the Institute on them. I stole them from when I worked there.
I've never used a pen in your place.
I have computers.
Have you never been
know what a
inside one of
computer
their...
is.
That would have been a hint.
I build robots. I don't know.
Have you never been inside one of their machines before?
One of whose machines?
The box.
I've been in that box.
That
like
didn't
twice.
ring like a bell to you or something?
Why would it?
Mine's the only one.
Oh, I thought...
At least last time I checked.
Oh, I hope they didn't reproduce those. Did you leave your plans behind?
I don't remember.
That's a bad sign.
Didn't you tell us that the last thing you remember was getting it in the box with the Herald and then you... don't remember?
Yeah,
They were like knocking on your door?
yeah.
Anyway,
Oh no.
rule number 1 of time travel. Technically, rule number 1 should be don't displace anyone else in time and space, but I didn't write that down before I had this conversation. I thought that was unspoken. That just made sense. Anyone who knows anything knows that don't do that. Rule number 1, B.
What?
1B, that was 1A. Try to keep up. Rule number 1B. Part 2. You can only go back in time to the point to which you left, plus the time you've been gone. Does this make sense? So if you travel forward 5 years, you spend a year in the future. When you travel back, you can only go 4 years back. Does that make sense? So 5,000 years ago plus 10 years is where you can go back to.
I understand what you mean
So
by
you
that.
can't go back to because your time.
For instance, if we went back for 4
would be
days, we
10
would have to
years.
come back an extra 4 days from when we left.
I don't know how it works back. I know how it works forwards.
So if you
Back is weird. Oh, wow.
even if you
I
were,
will assume that's how it works until proven wrong. I know that look. Okay.
even
Did
if,
you have a question?
so even if
Lots.
we go back, it's still gonna be 10 years.
10
that
years
means-
after you left.
And that means
Wait.
you can't come back with us because you left at a different point.
Oh no. But you can go because you didn't go back. You're from here.
So we're fine.
You're good.
Isn't bringing new people into the timeline...
Unless I can go because I wasn't.
But yeah, if we go back, doesn't that mean that we can mess up the past? And
Yes.
And our
Rule 2. You have to travel close to the point you left. Like, physically speaking. So if you left from Sky Point, you'd have to find Sky Point again in the future, or what's left of it, and go back to where you came from. So where did you leave from?
Tranquis.
where would that
Oh,
be
no!
now?
You've actually heard vagaries about this.
I know what you're gonna say.
Is it under the Sanguine Sea? Is it that?
That the land that people don't go to?
The
To the east?
east?
no.
So,
Wait. Your city, your hometown city is in the east?
Yeah.
well, this isn't necessarily a rule for time travel, but it is important. That city is sort of a nightmare hellscape now?
It's still there?
No.
What do you mean by nightmare hellscape?
Good question. Well, it has lots of electrical storms. Nobody goes there. I can't remember what it's like, but I guess I left from there. I think I was in the city when I came out,
It would make sense if you were chained up there and you developed something
which
to
is
lead to
interesting.
that.
Maybe that has something to do with the brains. Well, anyway, a lot of people describe it as desolate, flat, cratered, and inside is apparently super horrifying. But the good news is, I will know a workaround. Rule 3 first. Rule 3, time really, don't mess with it. So don't do anything that would change the future too much. Don't kill people. You can't kill them.
I'm just gonna put this out there where
Don't
we go,
kill 'em!
Where we go, a lot of people tend to die.
Well, you should probably try not to kill them. We have no idea what could happen.
It'd be a good lesson for
It
the
could
two
be
of
a
you.
butterfly effect. Where if you kill one butterfly, all the other butterflies die. That's how the butterfly effect works.
That's not
yes,
an
it is.
accurate portrayal of what that means.
Didn't you guys say you talked to Toll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd try to talk to him again and see if he could loosen Goosey a little bit with those rules. Give you a hall pass. I don't know how it works. I've
How
never
do
talked
you-
to the guy.
Okay,
I don't know how he's a god. I'm a mere oopsie. Workaround. Unless you have a question. The workaround is, luckily, I think I know where you could launch from.
Where?
Tranquis?
How's that
You
a workaround?
just said-
I know I did! This is the fun reveal part. I'm so excited. I love feeling smart. Oh,
A workaround
so,
is supposed to avoid.
well, I think we could travel to the other mirror planes. The Fae and the Shadowfell?
So
And
Shadowfell,
traverse those.
Tranquis?
Not necessarily. It could be the other one. There's 2 mirror planes to this plane. One's the nicest sort of one with horror beasts, and the other one is the worst one with horror people. So, like, we choose one, maybe both. Maybe we swap back and forth. I have no idea. And you get there, And, well, I could put the box in a big Ketchum sphere.
Wouldn't it be...
Because you can't,
How much
How do
mass
you-
can the Ketchum spheres hold? Because there's an entire demi-plane in there.
It's not about mass, it's about, nesting dolls, sort of.
Yeah, could you put...
If I can get a big one,
Okay.
it wouldn't be a big, you know.
Okay, but can we time travel while we're on another plane of existence?
No. Here's the deal.
So we have to.
Oh my
We have to
god.
travel.
Okay.
We have to use
I've-
the other planes to travel there quickly and
Get
then
out
pop
of a gate,
and then
So, you traverse the Feywild and or Shadowfell, looking for an intact mirror of where Tranquis used to be, then use a specifically crafted focus, we have to get one of those, punch up through to the material plane, and so back into this one, pop the box out of the sphere, get in the box, take the box in time, but to take it in time, we'd have to have an incredibly expensive amount of upgrades, we'd have to have a very strong power source, and the amount of time determined by the power source would determine how long that can stay back in time before it wants to shunt forward again. So we have limited time. Or you would. I don't know if I can go. If I go, I have no idea what's going to happen. But I can try it. So that we can safely enter the material plane again. Then I have to figure out a way to attach the device that you get that you said can predict the future so that we can save other cities, so we can save other people. I have to attach that to the device in the hole out there. And once I attach it to the device in the hole out there, then we have our safety horn. Easy peasy.
If we can time travel, why don't we use...
No.
What?
You're not going to be able to time travel to a specific point, only to the point the thing left. So what's your question?
Oh, then never mind. I just didn't know if you guys could work on a way to...
Only if you traveled forward from a point, you could hit that spot again.
Also, if we went back in time to directly try and change the events of things that we had a part in.
Wait, didn't you say you moved in time once?
Yeah.
Technically, I think you could go back in that. Well, no, plus the time. It'd just be now.
Yeah.
Unless that's a broken rule one there. But then that could rip everything apart. So don't do that. Anyway, so, power source. Go, spitball it. Bird guy.
Paragon?
Terrible idea. Bird lady.
The last... I'm not a bird.
Terrible idea.
The last time we went to...
Elf.
What?
I
Terrible
stopped
idea.
listening.
You didn't even let me talk.
Alright, bird lady, round 2.
The last time we went to,
This is taking forever.
what's it? We got a very strong power source for the Hartnell in the Abyss? Nine Hells? What was it? Abyss?
The Abyss, yes.
We could do something like that again.
That won't do. Didn't that just get you from the abyss to now?
We need
terrible.
Something stronger?
You need way more than to punch through an abyss.
What about, like, 5 paragons?
Time space. What spell are you gonna put into this paragon?
I don't know.
Go through time spell?
You said that you were making a spell.
I was. The spell is part of the technology. She
So
knows.
what if you use the paragons to amplify your spell like it would be part of the technology?
That would be a power source. That'd be an amplification. It would make it more efficient. Don't get me wrong. That's a great idea. As part of the... Down the line, you ran into that one on accident. That's what I'm saying to you. Good job.
Thank you. That feels...
It's like the nicest thing he said to you about
Yeah,
your
but-
intelligence ever.
It feels like a backhanded compliment because it was like on accident.
Well, anything that can harness power is what you need.
Harness power.
I don't know. That machine will get you there part of the way.
I have to think about the power source.
Arcana check.
$27.
You have a major power source hooked up to it right now. Just isn't fully charged.
The
The cube.
artificial, or no, the thing Toll gave.
Cubic gate.
So we need to.
Finish charging it.
Oh God. Okay.
Looks like before we go back in time, we gotta go to some other planes of existence first.
You have what?
We have a cubic gate that
I don't
Toll
know
gave
what that
us.
is. Toll gave it to you?
Yes.
There's two reasons to talk to him. One, beg him for forgiveness for the people you might kill in the past soon.
It
And number
harnesses
two,
the power of the planes.
ask him how to charge that billy up.
We already know how to charge it.
You do?
Yeah. We just
How
have
do you
to.
charge it?
Well, we're working on the death one right now.
How does that work?
We find the essence of death.
What does that mean?
That's
Gods are stupid. Just give us instructions.
Yeah, we also have to go to Elysium and somehow get the essence
See,
of
you say
rebirth.
somehow get the essence. It doesn't sound like you have like an A to B on this.
Because we
Sounds
don't
like you
know.
have a
It's been
gist.
different for the ones that we. Which one? We have time and we have what? Did we even get another one yet?
I don't think so.
no.
Well, shit. Again, this doesn't sound. When you say this to me out loud, it doesn't sound like you have us.
We talked to Ortis, so we're a step in the direction of that. We have to get it from the gods, so
Okay.
I think.
If I'm me, and I am, I maybe ask again. How long? When's the last time you talked to him?
It's been a while.
I don't know how to talk to gods. You do.
Could try to reach out.
The commune spell.
I don't think I have that. I mean, I know I don't have that, but I don't know if it's like a paladin thing. What level is it?
You
It's a
just know it
cleric
exists.
spell, so you should have it through divine.
And you just.
I can't unless I get another level up.
And you were just in the necromancer
Fifth
lair.
level.
He used the commune spell.
It's a 5th level. I won't be able to cast it. We need
Would
someone
this-
who can.
I'm not sure if this would work. You mentally contact a demigod, spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane.
Not a demigod.
I know, I was thinking some other mysterious entity from another plane. But
We could try to get the stranger with that one so we could step closer on the Ortis
The
thing.
stranger, the wanderer.
The Wanderer. Yeah, that's what it
He's
was.
not a demigod.
I don't know.
god.
He's a god, but like, he's mysterious. From another plane.
He's a well-known major god.
Shush.
Him being a little.
He's shifty. We don't know anything about him.
Yeah.
We were given kind of vague instructions on how to charge it, so it might not hurt.
Yeah, I would talk to him. I don't know how. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to create fusion or something. I don't know how to do that. It's like if you took a fireball and it never burned out.
I know
Like
what
the
fusion
sun?
is.
Yeah. Totally different, though.
Okay.
Yep.
You can also make really cool drugs using it.
I feel so much better now.
Of course you would know that.
You can make cool drugs with fusion?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Like what?
Stardust.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
So, let's save the world. Does that mean I don't get to go home?
We should go get the Herald.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get in contact with him in quite a while.
We
so
should be
need
able to
go
just
check.
teleport over there, right?
Yeah. Let's hope he's not dead.
What was it that was stopping him from leaving?
He couldn't leave the time keep until we activated all of them.
Do you know where the rest of them are?
No, but we've activated only 2 of like 18.
We haven't even touched another one since we've
No.
spoken to him. There's
A
18.
A lot of things have come up. I don't remember the exact number. I remember there were a lot of them. It was a very long
There's
time.
a timekeep at the top of that mountain.
Oh yeah, we got that one. Maybe we could check and see if that one helped.
Okay, let's go back to the one we last saw him at, which I believe was the desert.
You should go handle your emperor thing.
We have to make sure we're ready for her thing in 2 days.
I can take care of myself on that.
No, but we all should be there.
I mean, even if you can't be.
Well, I'm saying we shouldn't go to the timekeep now. We should wait until after that at least. That way we all can go. Because if something happens while we're all split up, then...
I don't think we need to go inside. He was right at the door.
Yeah, but you said that he couldn't leave.
Months ago.
Months ago.
Yeah. He's probably wandered back into the meat dimension out of pure boredom.
That would fit.
We get back, he's actually colonized the meat dimension.
Oh, God.
He has a meat house.
He's the meat gang.
Children and
The
a meat
meat
wife.
king. He will later be...
There are other dimensions in there, guys.
Yeah, but
Oh,
like...
one
left
of
an
them-
impression.
One of them was just the endless plain of water.
Yes, it was.
that you could breathe in.
He drowned.
Well, what do you want to do?
We need to go to Tin Top. Before I fight anything, we just need to go to the bank and get some diamonds. And I need... Oh God, I don't know if...
Sig walks out with a shovel on his shoulder.
Is it a tiny shovel?
It's like this big.
Are you going dig again?
Going what?
Going to dig again?
Yes.
Don't fucking come at me. Okay.
Climbs down the ladder.
Sig, I have a question.
Ah!
Since you got here, has your personality been getting worse, or was it like this?
What's that supposed to mean?
Has the degradation been gradual, or I'm just a little afraid that eventually I'm gonna wind up in a really deep hole somewhere, confusing adventures, and if you could assuage that fear, that would be just fantastic.
I feel great.
Oh boy. Okay.
It would be fitting.
Uh,
But, Agnir, do you have enough, materials for 2 reincarnate spells?
2?
I could get the materials for a second one.
Because we were gonna get Anson back, and
We.
if anything happens to me, he's the only person that we know that could try to get me back.
Just don't be weak.
I'm going to try not to, but I just want to make sure we have our bases covered.
I'm pretty sure Jordan and Kazdan are here as well.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, why don't we just hold off till after the fight?
That's 2 more days of waiting on Anson's head to...
Play safe. Play safe. Safe play. Play it safe.
I think you're just saying that because you...
Don't want you to die?
Yeah.
Shocked. Yeah. You mean just saying that because I don't want you to die?
We could get Anson back now, though.
Oh, fuck Anson. I don't have a house with Anson. Rose wouldn't miss Anson.
He's still a person.
Already dead versus living.
Regardless, we do need to go to Tin Top, though.
Also, wasn't he part vampire?
Yeah?
he was a dampire.
Dampier.
Whatever.
Basically like a living
That's part
vampire.
undead, right?
Yeah.
That can make
No.
it sketchy.
What do you mean make it sketchy?
Can make it sketchy.
Could make it sketchy.
How can I make it sketchy?
Well, if it's undead, sometimes the soul is fractured. real hard to get him back with that spell. But
So if we want to make sure this works, we should kill one of us and do it.
I don't think
How would that
how
work at
anything
all?
works.
I already died this week, so not it.
You're too unpredictable anyway. You come back too quickly. But I could kill Evelios or Lenya and then use the spell.
Why?
Look,
What?
I would prefer
For
to
what reason?
not come back as
To make sure that we have a successful resurrection.
if he
because
comes
essence-
back as anything less
Wait,
than
are we
a
just
bird.
doing it for the I did a resurrection once points, or
Yeah,
No,
that's
I-
how he gets the essence.
oh, the essence? Oh, I was just thinking about not killing our friends.
Well, I mean, if
I
we...
can't be anything but
Well,
a bird.
reincarnate won't necessarily. It depends on. Well,
We're already working on trying to get Julia back, and I thought that would be...
since she's being held, is that good? Or of course, he looks at Isilius, trying to get your soul back. Could do it.
How do you get
I
your...
don't know. I have no clue. I'm in way over my head. You guys keep dragging me along because I love you. And it's horrifying every time. I would love to just go build schools. Love to.
I'm sorry. Hazard of the job?
Caston goes, ha! Well. Alright, well, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go train after we get diamonds from the Tin Bank, and that's kind of my only
so we're all going to
plans.
Tin Top, or
Yeah. Armadale's
should
gonna murder you.
Probably stay back. There's a lot of stuff that I need to get done.
We'll just
Okay.
do a
Yes.
quick pop back there and come back, and yeah.
okay.
If anyone else wants to stay, all of us don't have to go to the bank.
And Alexander says he's going to be here tomorrow.
I think.
All right. And the day after that, you got to fight.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. All right.
Were there things you needed to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Not really. Wouldn't hate taking a shower. Yeah. You don't ever really smell bad, but I feel like a shower is just a good thing.
You might want to hold off until, do you want to spar?
No, I don't want to spar.
I
Why
need-
do I want to spar
I
with
need
you?
practice. I
You
need
do
to
not-
train.
I'm not gonna hit you
I-
with my sword. I'm just not gonna. It's not gonna work.
You could use training weapons of some
Use
kind.
the big tough lady or some shit.
Okay, fine.
God, I'm not gonna.
I feel like she's not going to be as evenly matched to fight me as you would be.
I would not. What? Right there. Look at him.
He's
Bird.
got to go do Emperor
I have
stuff.
important things.
And
I'll
how
be your
much do you
partner,
like
Lenya.
putting? There's a. No, wait. Agnir's right here.
He's perfect.
He doesn't give a shit about you at all.
Exactly. He'll go full force
He'll
the
go
whole,
ham
the
as
whole
fuck.
time.
All right, Agnir. How about you could turn into like a giant something, and we could fight.
Yes.
Okay, that works.
Okay, so who's going to Tin Top? I can come with, or I can stay back, and I can go check on the house. I can also take Rose. I can.
Rose stays with me.
Okay. I can. I can do stuff. What do you want me to do? Kasdan's also here. Like, if you need security.
How about you guys stay here and keep an eye out in case some crazy guy with a mask shows up to level the city? Because that
Can
seems...
we go with you guys?
Yeah, I don't want to do effort stuff anymore. I'm coming.
Okay, we can.
Where did we put the house? It's at Sky Point, right?
Yeah, it's just around the other side.
Okay. Oh yeah, because I woke up and.
Nope.
Yeah, we'll leave the house here.
Okay. Okay. Well, Bird Killies.
What's up?
I guess we're all heading into the city. I can't fly. Let's walk.
Okay.
Gives you a hug. Cassie gives you a hug. They head off with you two towards the city.
Alright, let's go to the bank.
Okay.
Okay, so headed
tell
to,
her the Hartnell.
headed to Tin Top. Okay. Boop, 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 boop. Who's all going? Icilius, Agnier, Alenia, and Professor?
I believe.
Agner will stay
Okay.
behind.
Alright. And then, where is my... Okay. So, you head into the Hartnell, and the three of you want to head towards Tin Top.
Yes.
Alright. So, you know Tin Top well enough at this point. I think you're good. Where do you want to end up in Tin Top?
Near the bank.
We're doing the tin top thing first, because I gotta go to the bathroom. So.
How far away is the bank from the comic book store?
The comic book store.
Just put
Tin
us
Top.
in the middle.
That's what I'm...
Tin Top Bank is all the way to the east.
Somewhere in between the comic book store and the... Bank.
Yeah. Bastira is in the middle area. Yeah.
Okay, so
in the art
basically
sector. Yeah.
between the two,
Okay.
tucked between some buildings if possible to try and be a bit innocuous.
Easy enough. You throw some levers in the Hartnell. And familiar whirring. There's that. And you pop out.
Alright.
And open up onto the busy streets of Tin Top.
I'm going to head to the bank. I'm going to spend our party gold on some diamonds.
Okay, I'm gonna go find Bastir. He's gonna have to work on some new art. That's easy enough, right? That's not difficult.
Oh, he's gonna be so
find some-
mad.
To what?
The comic book that I'm a part of. I'm gonna have to go update
Tell him
Bastir.
that.
Okay. So you only want diamonds here?
Basically, I'm going to exchange gold for diamonds at the bank.
And you don't want any other... You don't want potions or anything?
We should probably get potions as well.
Okay, so because those are in two different spots.
I'm gonna give you, since you're going
So
to the
Burger's
bank,
Apothecary is more close to where you're going. Which would be where you get the potions and shit.
Okay.
The bank is on the other side where you would exchange for diamonds. Or you can try to find diamonds in the center area.
No, I'm just gonna
you
go
know
to
that the bank will do it, they're just a little... They're expensive.
Well, I'm basically value exchanging diamonds, so
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I'm...
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna actually give you some gold to get me some diamonds for my mech suit as well. 'Cause I
Oh,
found it
okay.
out.
And does Icilius want anything?
Just some raw materials to manufacture more rounds for Earlia.
Okay. What was the price per, for that?
I have it written down here somewhere.
Okay, I'll give you 300 gold, get me 300 gold diamonds.
10 bullets for 3 gold.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can get that at Exim's Armaments. Which is is not too far from Burger's Apothecary, and not too far from Bastiers. So you'd probably want to go with Professor.
Okay.
There's also the scriptorium there if you wanted scrolls. For anything, to learn spells or whatever. Or other, like the incense and the inks and stuff. Are you doing math? It seems like a yes. So,
Yeah.
what did you want to head to first? Professor and Icilius?
Which is closest?
To where you're at, it just depends on where you want to go. Because you're gonna have to cross over anyway.
I mean, I want to go to the comic book shop. I guess it depends on if Egnir says, like, I would like to...
Icilius.
Oh, sorry. My bad. I don't know. What would Icilius like to do?
I have no preference. It's not a time-sensitive thing.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the comic book shop then.
Okay. So you guys head towards the comic book shop, and the streets of Tin Top are, again, they're very close together. There's enough space for a cart and for you to be on one side or the other. For most of this, the poorer section that they call the arts, which is, it does have a nice section, which is another island over, which is where you guys did the play, with the big Coliseum. But where you land is pretty poor. Lots of workers, lots of food stands, and there's like businesses stacked up on top of each other. You could get anything you want here, pretty much. A lot of it feels very knockoff, like like it's a Louis Vuitton bag, air quotes, right? There we go. You see people hawking all sorts of things.
God damn it.
You see a large cat selling magical lanterns, which would be a tabaxi, which you don't see a lot of, but they're pretty interesting. You end up making your way over after a good 15-minute walk to that familiar noodle scent in this sort of alcove of a strip mall. Noodle shop, comic book shop, some place that sells probably tobacco or something. It smells something like something smokes. And the door says closed on it. It's morning.
Okay.
What do you do?
Does it say what time it opens? Is there like a...
11 a.m.
Okay, okay. We can do what you needed to do, Icilius, and then come back here later.
Okay.
Icilius just sort of taken aback at like, why didn't we just knock the door down and like walk in? Like, this is a very courteous, cares about your physical well-being and space professor move.
I'm not gonna wake up comic book guy in the middle of his noodle coma.
Yeah, there's lots of carbs, so you don't know where.
He sleeps real heavy.
And we've seen how he looks when he's prepared for the day. Do I want to be assaulted by the various sights and scents accompanied by
Morning breath.
Okay.
The morning
That
breath.
is a fair point.
The probably clothes from last night thrown on in a hurry.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
And hey, maybe this professor is less of a douche.
By like a smidgen.
Sure.
You lose a little bit of douchiness with every new death. By the time we get to 12, you're gonna be the nicest person ever.
So you guys sit there. There's noodles. The noodle shop is open if you're into that. If you want some noodles for breakfast, I'm just saying.
I'll grab some noodles.
Okay, you head over to the orc. 1 silver. It's got this bib that doesn't look like it's been cleaned in years. Just like it air dries from noodle juice.
I hand them a gold, because I only have gold right now. Just keep the change, it's fine.
You want 10 noodles? 10 noodles!
You know
there's a little like. What languages do you speak?
Oh god.
I don't think you speak this language. I
Um,
don't think either of you do, but I'm just checking.
Common, Automaton, Elvish, Draconic, and Aarakocran.
No. What do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and
You do know this language. It's Sylvan. There are multiple impish-looking, flapping creatures with long, spindly arms tossing noodles with multiple. You've never been to this noodle shop. Tossing noodles.
We went to the noodle shop once.
One's. Did you get? I think Bastir brought you noodles. Have you been to the? Have you?
We
watched-
talked to the orc.
I know you've talked to the orc. Have you purchased noodles?
I thought we did after we did the play.
Maybe. No.
We all went for
They
noodles.
brought them.
He
I
brought noodles.
that's
He had
why.
noodles. Yeah. So anyway, they have like walks with the normal turbine sort of, and you see like sauces and shit going everywhere, and there's like 5 of those fuckers going.
I try and stop them, and I'm like,
It's too late.
I just
Starts
say,
grabbing
oh
bowls.
god, oh god.
They're wooden bowls, and sets.
I'm,
Grabs the spoons. He's busy working fast. You can see a lines behind you now at this point. As
Pay for the people behind you.
yeah.
how about,
Get ready.
okay, I'm gonna take one of these. 2 of these give to Bastir
Boom.
when he opens
Boom.
the shop.
Boom, boom. They go. One does noodles. One does the broth. What was that? What do you want? He points to you. You're next. What can I get you? Speak.
Okay, I'm gonna take this.
One.
Yeah, give.
What's the other 9?
2 of them when Bastir opens the shop. Give them to him. He won't care if they're cold. The rest to the people in line. That's fine.
You want one? Hands you a bowl. Bring the bowls back. Noodles. There's some seating, sort of. It's like communal long tables with wooden stools. Also very unclean. And actually in this area where you're at, it seems to have rained recently, and you're pretty sure something shit and people just stomped it into the cobblestone near there, like probably a horse. So that there's a little bit of a wet poo going on, and you sit down and you have a spoon and a single stick, like a 1 chopstick that is there. And you've seen Bastir. He goes with the spoon and then holds the chopstick on top, lifts it up, sips the broth, and then eats the noodles. So that's how you want to eat it. You've seen him do it. You don't know if he does it right.
I'm gonna hold on. Let me see what level spell this is.
And then other people start filing in. They grab the bowls and they start slurping these up. And a couple of people go, "Hey man, thanks." And you can see that they're like human workers. They seem to be going in for their shift for the day, probably to the mines below. And they nod to Icilius. "Hey man, thanks." And Icilius sort of points over at you, pondering over I'm assuming you have like a little notebook.
Yeah.
Pondering over a notebook and the noodles.
I'm gonna
So,
cast.
"Oh hey, thanks lady. Nice hat."
Thanks. I'm gonna cast creation and make a fucking fork.
Okay.
That's a 5th level spell to make
Oh
a fork.
my god,
Hey,
the bougiest wizard
fork?
in town.
And it has is it
The
4-pronged?
spell
Creation. You like take wisps of material from the Shadowfell.
and make a thing.
Yeah.
So you have a Shadowfell fork.
It'll last for 12 hours.
So you have a 12-hour long black steel fork.
Okay.
And you can spin it kind of like spaghetti and eat it if you want.
Yeah.
Icilius, did you want to use the utensils given to you?
yeah.
Okay. And you can, and you do, and you eat it. It's kind of like chicken soup without chicken. It's like nice. It's better than you thought it would be, coming from a very dirty kitchen. You're not sure you want to know what was in it necessarily, but it's chicken adjacent. there's bird elements in this.
Sure.
It's sort of yellow. The noodles are very, very plump and almost they don't hold together very well when you bite into them. They almost fall apart, kind of like Campbell's chicken noodle soup, where it just like kind of falls. But no chunks, just broth and noodles. Very filling, very good. You each gain 1 temporary hit point.
Okay.
As it sort of warms you up on a early winter day. Where it's kind of in the kind of like today. It's kind of in the 40s.
God, we
and a
should
little
get.
rain.
I should
Huh?
like a cold weather cloak or something over here.
A bunch of people thank you, and then they set their bowls back on the thing, and he takes them. I'm assuming you follow suit at the time, and it takes a good 15 minutes to eat, not super long.
And I say, hey, when you take those to Mystere, just say they're from the professor and the...
I'm just gonna hold him over here. He's gonna get up himself.
Okay.
Next!
Can I leave a note on them
Do
for
you
him?
get in line?
Do I see the bowls still sitting there? Okay, I'm gonna take out the paper I have and just write, from the professor,
See if he sees you.
be back later.
Roll a self check.
Oh, God.
He does not have a high wisdom, so...
12?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
He's busy dealing with customers and making change and shit.
It just says, like, from the professor, I'll be in the shop later today. Enjoy the noodles.
Okay. And then you're heading to Burger's Apothecary is closer than Exum's Armaments. It's on the way. The Apothecary was like potions and shit. If you want potions, I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
I have the party gold, so I don't know if you wanted to wait.
I have some personal gold I can use to get 1 or 2.
Okay. And that's only if you want them. You guys were talking about it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way, it's on the way to Exum's Armaments if you want.
I just think I have none on me right now, so it'd be good to get at least a couple potions.
I also was gonna buy some.
I think really it's more important for the rest of us to have potions for when you go.
We could meet up at the potion shop, and then like I'll go get diamonds, and then we can meet up at the potion shop and shop for the rest of our materials from there.
Okay.
You have a wrist boy if you want to communicate this.
Yeah,
shit to each
I'll
other.
say that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, while that's happening,
Unless Isilius had a thing you wanted to do, that's not the potion shop.
well, the Exum's Armaments is after that,
Yeah.
which you can go to first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, you'd get to that before she got to the bank. So Exum's Armaments again is it's a single-story stone building. It's got leaded glass windows, pretty ornate. The windows kind of look like books. Sorry. And I'm sorry. That's the scriptorium. It's a single-story stone building with a big wooden door and iron wrought bars on there. There's also a monolith of hewn stone to the left of the door, and vertically etched into it says Exum's Armaments. As you walk in, there's a little bell that rings. And inside there's a series of meticulously stored and racked weapons. All of them have labels. And in the center of this is a very well kept, pretty skinny, middle-aged half-elf. You recognize this as Exum Halley. I don't think you've ever been to Exum's Armaments. Have you?
We have.
No, him. Isilius
I don't
specifically.
think so.
No, Isilius met up with us after we went there.
Yeah. So he's a skinny, middle-aged, half-elven man. Cleanly shaven face, but scraggly blonde hair. And you can see him as he walks in. He's holding a silvered like hammer. It looks like it's freshly silvered, like dipped in fresh silver and then polished. And as you walk in, he is rubbing it. And like whispering something to it.
It's fucking weird.
Oh, hello. How are you this evening? Wait.
Hey.
Is it morning?
Yeah.
Oh. I have spent so much time on this beauty. Anyways, and he takes the hammer, and there's a rack next to him. Sets it down. What can I get for you today, sir, ma'am?
I'm just looking for some raw materials, I think. Something to fashion some ammunition out of.
Ammunition? I have ammunition if you would like me to just...
Sure, that works too.
Prefabricated ammunition is 5 gold per 10 rounds. What are you looking to fit?
This firearm here, and I'll pull out a lead.
Okay. You set it down, sort of goes through the barrel, cracks it open, pulls out the loading mechanism, looks at it. Yes, I have ammunition that matches this. Are you interested in silvered versions of these as well? I don't know what your... Is this just for self-protection? You look a little stronger than that.
Yeah.
Yes, you look... I don't know. I've heard many bad things about outside of the city recently. I hear bad things about the... across the Sanguine Sea there. Hopefully it's untrue, but by the look on your face when I mentioned it, it seems not to be untrue. So, we've also been experiencing a lot of people come in. I have not raised my prices, so that's good for you.
That is good.
But some prices have been raised throughout the city, just so you know. I feel as though I will not capitalize on others' suffering.
Admirable.
Well,
what are your rates for the silvered ammunition?
Oh, at normal 10 bullets is 5 gold, and then for 100 gold, 10 of those can be silvered. Silver is expensive, of course, but...
Okay.
Yes,
So
but
100 gold is 90 regular shots and 10 silvered.
100 gold would get you 10 silvered ammunition.
In addition to...
100 gold would get you 10 pieces total.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
5 gold would get you 10 bullets. So 50 gold would be 100 regular bullets.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take 50 regular bullets and then 10 silvered.
50 regular and 10 silvered.
For 125 gold.
Yeah, sounds good. Yes, and if you need anything else, I have plenty of things. If you'd like to look around, you can see a lot of swords, hammers, glaives. There's some stuff that you could probably use, but not a lot of range. He doesn't seem to make guns. He just has ammunition.
Hey. This is all I need at the moment, I believe, but certainly in the future I might come back and take another look.
Okay. Thank you for our business. Can I get you anything, man? Personal protection.
No, I'm more a magic person. So,
A weaver of spells.
yeah.
Well, Earwell's Scriptorium is a beautiful place here. Welcome to Tin Top.
I've been here before, actually.
Oh, really? I haven't seen you around. Usually adventurers sort of frequent. I haven't seen either of you before, so it's very nice to see new faces.
That's an apt way to describe it, yeah.
Alright, well, I wish you both a pleasant day. And he takes the hammer back off, sets it down, and keeps
Surprised you don't
polishing
go
it.
around flaunting for keepers discounts or something. I don't know.
Alright. Have a splendid day. And then you leave?
Yeah.
Okay, so during this time you could probably get to the bank. So let's go to the bank. Okay. To the tin bank. Again, the bank, as you walk through the wealth ward of Tin Top, very affluent housing. Not a lot of stuff stacked on each other. Everything is kind of in its space. It's a much shorter part of the city, even though there are a couple houses that do tower pretty tall. At the end of this, you have to cross a couple bridges, and then there's a larger island that has all the banking. The bank itself, it looks like a large cube of gold adorned by a very iconic silver roof. There are 2 large fog glass doors on the front. There are guards in golden plate mail. That before there was only 2 that guarded the door. Since some activity had happened in Tin Top, there are actually dozens of guards leading the walkway up, and they seem to be standing all the way around the perimeter of the bank itself.
Good to
all
see
in
that
this
they
golden
up
armor.
their security.
Many of them have large great swords, and then you can see there are even more with firearms. Yes, it does seem that they have definitely upgraded.
I'm just like casually walking up, and Rose is curled around my neck, and I'm just scratching his little head. And
As you walk by, you do notice something about the guards themselves. They're not human. They're not even humanoid. They are warforged.
I thought all the Warforged were. Wait.
The Gygax warforged did.
Oh.
As you walk inside, there's a crystal clear pool of water in the center, and you may remember a dancing water elemental. There are now 2 dancing around the center in like a helix. There are 10 columns that reach up to the ceiling, all made of this very deep red metallic substance. It smells like roses.
I like it.
Not
the ostentatious wealth, just the smell.
As you know, the smell seems familiar. It seems like this is rose metal.
Oh yeah.
It had been here before, but you guys did not know about rose metal when you first entered the tin bank.
I have some quartz from the mining that we did in my necklace.
And then at the back are rows of tellers, about a dozen of them, and there are people in queues all the way up, and you've been spending this time, basically, you walk there, and then you've been standing in line.
Yeah.
Most people look at you, and I assume your wings are now.
No, it's just
But they look at you, and they're like, this bitch is wearing armor? Like, it's very, like... It's like if, like, bougie people walked into Walmart for the first time, but your Walmart. You are getting side-eyed like a motherfucker. However, at the same time, there are a few people that seem to recognize you. Probably not by, like, you've probably not interacted with them, but probably just by, like, the keepers are pretty popular here. From
the fights we've had in the Noxodome.
Now, those are like a middle-class thing, not necessarily a high-class thing, but some people seem to be, like, whispering to each other and noticing you, and you notice them noticing you at this point.
I just kind of like...
It's not... Some of the people are definitely, you should feel embarrassed. They feel like you should feel embarrassed. Some of the people are like, they kind of want to come over and talk to you.
I'm just kind of like trying to talk to Rose, like, to act like people aren't looking at me.
Yeah.
And trying not to think about how everyone is judging me.
Okay. Okay, so, after a little bit,
I just politely wait in line.
You get to the front of the line, and again, it smells very nice in here. The water is really calming, that sort of, like, constant trickle of water, and the water elementals just spin. And they look like they're dancing together, and, they don't, like, do a lot. It's just, like, very calming to be in here. It seems as though people know going to the bank sucks, and they want it to be as pleasant an experience as it can be. Once you get up to the front, of course, there are guards at each corner of the room and behind each post as you walk towards the center. Roll D4. I want to see which line you're in.
Lord. Roll for Q, 2.
2. Okay. Okay, so your teller, she wears a little name tag in common. It's kind of like a lady tux, and they seem to be all ladies. Kind of a lady tux without a tie, and some like a frilled sort of front here, and the thing that comes down. I don't know what this is called. It's like a frilly neckerchief thing. They all have different. They're very well made. Like their faces are well made up. Nice makeup. They all have very nice jewelry in. And this one happens to be wearing silk gloves that come up to about her mid-forearm. She is a little short and overweight with brown hair and large brown eyes. She's very pretty. She kind of has one of those, chubby people with thin faces. Mm-hmm. She has silk gloves, and she speaks to you through slits in this glass, which you know to be magical. You've been on the other side of this, and little to their knowledge. And she speaks to you. Hello, welcome to the Tin Bank. What can I do for you today?
Hi, I need to...
I love your hair.
Thank you. I need to exchange some gold for diamonds.
Absolutely. How much can we get for you, and what sizes were you looking for?
Okay, so I have a list.
There's a 10% charge.
Okay.
Due to the nature of, we are running unlimited stock here, and a lot of people are asking for these diamonds now. It seems... Well, the Ivory Drift
was
our supplier for a lot of these diamonds. While we are good with the natural metals and the quartzes and some other things, emeralds, rubies, diamonds themselves are often cut over there. So, again, 10%.
Okay.
Just so you know. Not my policy.
No, it's fine. You didn't set it, I wouldn't... I assume you've been probably dealing with angry people all day.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I need, do you do diamond dust as well?
Oh, absolutely, we have diamond dust. Yes.
Okay, so I need 100 gold segments of diamond dust, like bags.
So 500 gold. So which is for 5 diamond dust bags. She pulls out a little, like a ledger, and it seems they have an order form for this kind of thing. You will have to sign this, by the way. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, absolutely. So, 5 bags, 100 GP dust. Okay.
Okay, and then I need 2 500 gold diamonds.
So 1,000. Okay. 2 1,000 GP diamonds. Got it.
And then 5 100 gold diamonds.
Which is 500. 5 100 gold diamonds. Okay, and anything else? Do you need a safe place to keep your money?
No.
Would you like to open an account with us?
No, I'm fine.
Would you like to apply for credit?
No.
Okay. Well, if I can't twist your arm, is there anything else I could get for you?
No, that's it.
Okay, so your total will come to 2,200. The 10% is the 200 there at the end.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. I'm going to hand over the 2,200 in gold.
Absolutely. Fill out this paperwork, and I will be right back with your order.
Okay.
And she turns around, and she walks out a door, and she closes it behind her, and the glass goes black, and she had slipped the paper underneath, along with a nice quill and an inkwell, and you were able to fill out that paperwork. It asks for your name, your location, and a receipt of payment, and basically you take the little slip off the bottom for your own records if you want it, which would be for people that exchange large numbers of these and keep for their books. But you're an adventurer, you probably don't give a shit. So
no, not really.
2,200 GP, and you are good to go. You have she comes back out, and she waves a hand. 2 guards come over and stand behind you. The glass disappears, and she hands you 5 bags of dust, 2 1,000 gold piece diamonds, and
2 500 gold piece diamonds.
2 1,000, or you're right.
It's 4,000 for both of them.
No. I did the math right on the calculator though. 2 500 gold piece diamonds.
And then 5.
And so these come, those come in their own boxes. They're not nice boxes necessarily, but they're just like padded little wooden boxes that open, and they have like a little cheap padding in there. And then the 100 gold boxes actually come in sets of 5, and it comes in a thing like that, so you can have like a case for them.
Oh, there is one other thing.
Ah, yes. She sort of waves a hand after you takes the paperwork.
I didn't even slip my mind, and then going through my bag, I realized I have this thing. Is there a way to exchange items here for like it's golden gemstones, but it's a bowl, and I would like to convert that to like money. Should I sell that, or
that
can
looks like a pawn deal.
Okay, all right.
We don't necessarily do that unless you have cut gems to appraise. We do have an appraiser here.
Okay, I didn't know because it has like gemstones all over it, like cut gems. So
if it's magic in nature, we are not legally allowed.
I don't know
so
if it is.
You do look like someone that would deal with that.
Yeah.
And so that'd be more of a pawn thing. The bank is not allowed to have, just in case anyone has a spell we probably shouldn't have in here.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So, is there anything else I can get you?
No, that's it, actually.
As for that, I think that you could probably go to... Well, it depends on what it is.
It's a
The
gold...
apothecary might be able to deal with that. The scriptorium might be able to deal with that.
It was gold.
Well, if it's an art piece, does it look like an art piece?
It could possibly be one.
Polo Featherbottom's resplendent repertoire.
Oh, is that the guy with the hat?
I've never been.
It was an experience.
Well, I know that he is an art dealer, so...
Are you sure you're not thinking of the guy from the Ivory Drift that...
No, this was the guy we went to.
It was the
guy.
guy.
That was very prissy. He had, like, the mustache and... Oh, yeah.
Yep.
No, he was...
He's a halfling.
He was a treat.
Large wax mustache. Treated you like shit.
Yep. Because he thought we were not good enough for his store.
He does pay. He does have the money for it, though. If you wanted to get it appraised, he does do appraisal and stuff like that. If that's a thing you wanted to do.
Okay, well, I'll go check that out then.
Polo Featherbottom.
Thank you so much, and I hope that the rest of these people don't treat you terribly for the remainder of your day.
I will need the luck.
I'll just walk away.
Right. Next, please. And then you walk out. Okay, as you guys walk, there's a thing, Evelios. We can do some of that. So, you're walking back to the city. What did you want to accomplish as you get there? Like, is there something on your mind that you wanted to...
Well, I was told there was a lot of political issues.
Yes.
So I think we'll start there.
So where are you going to do your political issues?
I don't know, actually.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, no.
Oh, no decisions.
Well,
I'd probably... How is Velios gonna fucking horrify us with his ruling decisions today?
Well,
good thing I'm not there. Yeah.
Yep.
I guess I would probably... Well, I did leave Seiko and Val in charge while I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably get them together.
Okay, you can try to do that.
And I would probably also, after that, get the elders probably as well.
All right. As you walk into the city, it seems like a relatively upbeat time in the city. It's not... Oops, wrong one. It's a decent day out. People seem, up to their business. And Armadillo mentions, hey, you go handle this. Happy to hang out with you later, but you're kicked out of the house until you Emperor. So I will see you tonight. And she rubs your back, and she gives you a little peck on the cheek. She goes, you got this. Confidence.
Confidence.
She flaps her wings, she flies up, and over towards in the general direction of your house. As you're walking, you're done, and Kazdan are there. They're like, "Do you want us to go with you?"
You guys can do whatever you want. If you don't want to be a part of this, that's okay.
Tell you what. I'm gonna go see if I'm gonna check in with my security people, see what's going on, and if it seems like you got some people being a little aggressive over there, I'll send a couple people your way.
Okay, that
All right.
works.
So he walks off, splits off. So you and Jordan, and Jordan's like, well, we could probably head over to Delric. You might know Valencico. And then I'm gonna help Delric with whatever's going on since.
Give you a break from the horrifying stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, let me know if you need anything.
Okay.
So you guys sort of walk. People look at you and they nod, and then you see some Aarakocrans, even though you're in the human wedge at this point. You see a few Aarakocrans and are mingling and stuff, and a couple of them seem a little disgruntled. You can tell they're like talking to one another, and they sort of stop talking when you walk by, as they sort of eat breakfast and keep walking. Then you can sort of whisper to each other some shit. You see some people flying overhead as well. It seems to be not super active. It is not super early, but early enough to where you would expect people are doing shit, and not necessarily recreationally flying through the top of the city. But you do notice that you hear the sound of hammers and stuff, and people working on houses. And as you round the corner to head towards that main square where you guys usually meet up with Delric, you can see that there are people outside that kitchen where he usually meets up with people, and there's a line at the door, which at first is surprising, and then you realize they run a soup kitchen at that, and so it's breakfast time, and they're probably just feeding people. You can walk in if you'd like.
Yeah.
So you walk past the line, and Jordan opens the door up for you. He hangs back a little bit and starts saying hello to some people, probably some workers that he helped work on the school with recently. He goes, I'll be in a sec, man. And then he starts talking. You walk forward, and you do see Delric. He's off to the side at the table he's usually at, and the volunteers that help with the kitchen are working and passing stuff out. And there's a bunch of people in here eating, and they usually eat pretty fast, and then they head out and they say bye, and you see a lot of people, kind of like a diner in the morning, where there's lots of regulars and they show up every day. Delric's over there. He sees you walk in. Oh, my friend. Oh, very glad to see you. Please sit down. No one followed you in, right?
No?
Alright, good. Looks around. No Aarakocrans. Okay. Very glad you stopped here first.
Yeah. Oops. We went somewhere.
Yeah.
And we thought it was like a day, and it was 2 weeks. Oops.
Yes. Armadillo was pretty pissed off,
no.
But you're here now, and so that's good. So it seems that some people are upset about the trials that occurred.
Great.
But that's not the biggest problem. While there's disagreement over how you handled the trials, and frankly, I don't know your culture very well. So I just defer to you. I assume no matter what you did, it was probably a pickle, you probably weren't going to get out of there without ruffling some
that's
fat. That's
usually
a
how
bad. That's actually a very apt, I guess, but
Yeah.
seems uncool. Sorry. You're going to piss some people off. So
That's how it always
I've been
goes.
dealing with that a little bit, but not much. It doesn't make my job harder or anything. It's just people have been coming to me because they know I'm close to you guys and asking me about it. The guy you banished, I guess, was awful, and no one really cares so much that he was banished. Seems like there was some violence that occurred, I suppose, and they seem mad about that, but also mad that it happened in the first. Anyway, the thing people are seriously mad about, that I think you need to talk to your people about, is you have allowed the dragons into the city, into the south, and they are not happy. I don't necessarily blame them.
I mean, you're not happy
But
about
Val
it either.
and Seiko have been doing their best, along with the elders. But the elders don't understand necessarily either. I'm assuming when you told them they were also disgruntled, but after interacting with them, you may... I don't know. That's a tricky situation. It's like founded racism a little bit, so I don't know how to handle it. I've never actually experienced this, so...
Well, that makes two of us.
Yes, but you are the Emperor,
Yep.
and I cannot speak for you.
True.
I'm doing my best as impromptu city manager and hoping that we can have elections soon.
Yes.
So I don't have to do it anymore. Or at least I can do it and not be the sole arbiter of some things. Because as you look down, he's got the papers. Every time you come in here, it gets more hectic. Like, the papers are starting to pile up. He did not mean to become this person. It just sort of like people rallied around him. And then you guys rallied around him, which made people who rallied around you rally around him. So it's just been
Poor
slowly
Delric.
building, like the reverse of erosion.
It's okay. He's making up for all the bad shit he used to do.
I suppose wasn't that bad. Wasn't as bad as the good he's doing. So, I suppose head that way. The place where you all meet, the new courthouse.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where they want you to go. I would fly and not walk.
Probably a good idea.
Yes.
I plan on getting the elders and everyone else together anyways, so that's probably a good
Okay.
move. Do you know where Val and Seiko are?
I think they're there, but Val is. I know Seiko has been trying to not be your voice necessarily. But Val is taking it seriously, but he's more rigid.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Other than that, I try to stay out of it because I'm an elf and
Not a bird. That makes
the
sense.
older birds
Yeah.
not cool with it. Anyway, grab some soup if you want, and
Okay.
head on over there. I wish you the best. Haven't you? You've killed monsters and stuff. This will be fine.
That's easy.
I believe in you. Sort of puts on some readers and.
Good luck. You need someone to organize this for you.
Need a secretary and a second life.
First one is probably
Need a
achievable.
better space. Well, anyway. It's always a pleasure.
Same. And I will head over.
Richard Dunn starts walking in, sees you walking out. He's like, okay, I'm going to see if Delric needs anything, unless you need me.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good.
You're making a face.
I'm not good, but I'm good.
Do you want me to talk to him?
No.
Just kidding. Sort of gives you a pat on the shoulder and walks past. Alright, so you walk out. And as that's happening, you all meet back. Does Agnew want to do anything during this time?
Just the down payment to start on the Druid Grove.
Oh, so you want to head over to the like the place where you are constructing the embassy?
Yeah.
I forgot he got fucking
8,000 gold.
he got baby mama money or whatever. Not baby mama. Like sugar mama money.
Yeah. You guys should marry a dragon too.
Oh my god. Sorry, I got stuck with a human.
Oof.
All
He's
you
a-
gotta do is fuck.
He's a good one though.
So,
Very
Egnir,
cute.
you take a walk alone behind that group, and sort of spend some time enjoying the different pieces of nature. You can't tell if you like or hate the descent into winter here, whereas the swamp doesn't really get that so much because it's in a lower valley. It maintains a sort of humidity. Things die here, which is cool, and you dig that. But nothing really replaces it. It just sort of goes away for a while. And so the cycle of nature pauses a little bit too long. So you can't tell if you're into that or not. But you head into Gygax and get some strange looks from the people that might not recognize you necessarily. Some people do notice you, but you're keeping to yourself as you sort of weirdly glide down the street. And you head down towards the sewer area, right? Which is where you wanted to build the embassy at? The place with...
No, there was
It was a grove
tree
outside.
in the Elven District.
A tree in the
something,
Elven
yeah.
District. Okay, so the tree in the Elven District... yes, that's right. So you head up there. So you take a left along the main concourse, and you walk past, and among the humans and the Aarakocrans that are gathering their breakfast, you do notice one black dragonborn walking along the street that seems to be minding his own business, seems to be doing fine, but people are giving him a wide berth and not necessarily engaging with him. He is wearing like a leather vest that seems like it could offer some protection, and then some slacks and boots. But other than that, he doesn't seem to be carrying any weapons or anything, and doesn't seem to even notice you at all. You just notice sort of a new kind of population here. You keep heading up, and I believe the tree was in the old park, right? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's the one. So you head through, and you can actually see there are some things, in spite of the weather, there are some things growing in this park that weren't necessarily before. There are some flowers that seem to be growing out of bushes, and near the trees, and then you can hear the very familiar sounds of draconic voices coming from near the tree, near your destination. Just want to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you continue, sort of peering past the bushes, you see near the tree a series of small tents, kind of on the outsides of this large expanse, and you see. The first thing you see is an iron helmet, painted yellow, atop the short body of a green kobold. And as you pop around the corner, it goes, "Oh! Oh! Hello, sirs! We have for you the plans for the embassy." He walks up and he hands you a scroll. "We've been told by the queen herself that we don't suppose to hurt Anybody whilst we're here, or the mushroom people in the sewers, or no eat the birds, and we help you. Hello, my name is Bravpot. I am the foreman. And he reaches his hand out.
It's a new tipper.
Hello, sir. My name is Ignir.
Master Agnir!
Wait.
We have some plans here. Are they to your liking? The plans are whatever you wanted them to be. When you told your wifey about it. I don't know what your plans were, so it was whatever you wanted them to be.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Okay, what did you want them to build?
Kind of a little druid grove, very similar aesthetically to what the Golgari Swamp looks like, with the old stone Romanesque buildings and
Okay.
the overgrowth of trees and vines.
Yes. They can easily do that. And they're basically waiting for your okay on it. Do you want us to do anything special for you, sir?
What do you mean by that?
Bravpot just wants to do a good job.
Follow the plans that you have. That will be good.
Okay. Everyone, stand up, use tools. We build. And he goes over to the dirt and he draws a circle in the dirt. And you build here, and here, and here, and here, trees here, we are here. No, that's a stone. There's all the kobolds. Most of them are green, but a few are black and red. And they start to plan without you.
I love this.
Do you want to be part of this conversation? Is there anything you want to do while they're here?
I'll stand back and watch.
Okay.
And if they seem like they're not going to fuck it up horribly, I'll leave them to it.
Roll a perception check.
23.
Okay. Yeah, it's a little messy. It's not how you've seen construction work before. They seem to do it discordantly. Like, it isn't like they build a column. They put one of the stones there, and then they go to the other side and build a different stone. And then they bring, like, no, that is third stone. Bring second stone. And so the third stone will sit next to the first stone until they get the second stone to put the third stone on that.
It's like my art process.
It's incredibly discordant. But you do see... Pattern is a strong word. You see the machinations of beasts who are intelligent but maybe not logical. Doing things the way they are technically supposed to be doing them. Yes. If you have any questions, you come to Bravpot!
So you need reimbursement for the cost of materials?
Yes, the bill! I don't know how to count!
Protect him.
I will trust that you do the right thing, Master!
Protect him.
Oh, he's gonna die.
Oh, he's fucked.
Wait, why?
He's gonna
Because he's
suffocate.
too good?
Yes.
The foreman Bravpot is apparently going to die. I don't know. It seems he made his foreman helmet himself, by the way, with the 23.
Why?
It seems he had some iron, he found some yellow paint, and he made a kind of a shitty helmet.
I love breaks Agnir. This is his breaking
He's gonna
point.
fucking slaughter all of them.
He's completely stumped by the sheer.
Someone dumber than him.
Acquired some materials, but you don't know what to cost?
Yeah! I said, Queen Numar wants this! And they said, okay. And I said, how much? And they go, I couldn't hear it. And I said that Master will pay you. So you give me, and I help.
Where did you get this from?
Elf guy. Different than you. You're browner. He was not as brown.
Clip that.
Cancel. Go into the corner fest.
In your head, that means he wasn't a wood elf, probably. He gave me soup.
Did you just fart?
Interesting detail.
The character
I'm just gonna give him 3,000 gold.
Okay.
You just hand him a bunch of
He
bags
just
of
puts his hand
gold.
out and he smiles.
Hand it to him.
Thanks, Master.
So that's what I was told the cost would be. Let me know if it's
Okay.
current.
Will do. And he throws the sack of money into his tent.
Okay.
All right, crew. Keep building. And you see them scurry around and put blocks into spaces. Are you satisfied with your embassy?
It's amazing that the dragons haven't completely fallen apart from their whack-ass infrastructure.
Yeah.
Okay. Kobolds are known to be very good at tinkering and building and doing lots of stuff.
They're
Just
little
maybe
scatterbrains.
in a way that isn't very conventional. Okay, so as that ends, the three of you, Icilius, Alenia, and Professor, meet up at the potion shop.
Yes.
Correct. Okay, so you get to.
The bowl that I had that I stole from that we took from the necromancer, stole is a strong word. The one
It was stealing. He's alive.
I can't touch it. I don't want it. Well, I can. I don't want to touch it. It's gold and rubies, right? I don't remember what
Yeah,
it
I
was
can
made
double
of.
check if you.
I wrote ruby bowl in my bag of holding, and
Yeah, I can double check the thing if you need more information. It's deep within my note, boys.
it was in his
Yeah, I know where it's at.
the shunting room.
Do you want more information on it?
Yeah,
Just
I
in
just
case.
literally want to know like what it was made out of. Yeah.
Well, it was gold and rubies for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did we find out if it was magical?
Which room did you get that in?
It was his room that was protected by the thing that alignment blocked. where there was
yes.
like implements and materials.
Yes.
Yeah, I never took the time to identify or detect magic on it or anything, so we don't know if it's a normal bowl or what.
Not that room.
It had like what I assume is a human heart inside of it.
I love the name of this room. What
is the name of it?
Know the name of the room.
No, I need to know.
We've already been in it. Is the name a spoiler?
It's definitely something better than
Okay.
It's a great name. Okay, so
It definitely sucks.
yeah, it is a mid-sized ornate golden bowl with rubies inlaid around the lid on the outside of the lid. Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So you got it right. So it'll have about a dozen small rubies on the outside. They're not like big, but it's very well made. Again, it looks elven in nature.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure.
Okay. So Burger's Apothecary.
If you want to detect magic on that or identify it so we could sell it to somebody proper, otherwise we're going to
It's
the
not
art
magical. It doesn't have magical properties.
Okay.
Magical things seem to have been occurring with it as like a vessel.
We'll sell it to the art guy.
Okay, you can try. So Burger's Apothecary. You head back down, and it's in the middle of this sort of crossroads. It makes a large X on the map of the island where two major roads cross, and then at the bottom of it, there's just a tower. It's 2 stories, and it's a tower because it's taller than it is wider necessarily, and it is round. And it's made of these brown stones, and then several stained glass windows depicting nature as they spiral up. So there's like, from this vantage point, as you come from the north and move south, like deer in forests in sort of the stained glass motif. Butterflies, you see some roses near the top. And then over, it's just got a open archway that sort of has the bead curtain as you walk in, and it seems like that sort of keeps out some of the heat. You know, the beads seem to probably be mildly magical, and they keep the temperature different from the outside to the inside. As you walk past that, there's a hearth on the back wall, and over top of it hangs a dragon skull. At this point, you're pretty confident with dragons. This is probably an adult dragon. That one, by the time it died of some cause, you can't tell the color, but I'll actually make a nature check. Any three
Based on like the horns or something?
Yeah, it does actually have horns.
Oh, that's a shitty nature roll.
29.
10.
And Icilius is there too, so you can do it if you want.
What is his nature?
Probably poor.
19.
19.
Oh.
You got a 10?
Yeah.
So 19 and 29. So, this seems to be a white dragon. So, and in the inside, it smells like mall sword place where they have
Patchouli.
incense and shit. Patchouli.
Or Nag Champa.
Yeah, it smells like that. So there's an older female human. Her name is Burga. Burga is apothecary. She kind of looks like a nice hag. Like uncorrupted by evil, but she's wearing a lot of the same shit, like bone bracelets. She's got 2 dreadlocks on the front right of her head. They sort of come down, and it's all gray hair, and in them are intertwined beads that seem to be wrapped around long ago, that it just starts to like sort of grow over, almost like wrapping something around a small tree trunk and just letting it grow around it. Sort of wears... At first, they kind of look like rags, but you can see there's sort of a method to the layering of these different pelts and skins that gives it sort of a longer, almost like a day dress feel. She doesn't wear shoes, and the ground in here is dirt. Yes, welcome. Come inside. What can I get for you? And she sort of waddles over to the hearth and starts stirring a pot.
Some potions of healing?
She has a small thing next to it, and she sort of digs in some seeds, puts them in a mortar and pestle, starts... Potions of healing, you say?
Yes.
I can do this. How many did we have marked up a little bit?
Yeah, the...
Yes.
Yes. I don't know, what do we want to get?
How much party gold is left?
Also have other potions if you're
1400.
interested. If you want to be friends with animals, if you want to be strong or invisible or breathe
I'm
water,
fine
I have
donating
things like this.
1,000 of my personal gold too.
You also see in here
I assume at this
Lathandrian
point
cleric.
You give me the diamonds, by the way.
Yeah, I give you your diamonds. It was 3 of them.
Yeah.
You see in here, off to the side, a Lathandrian cleric elf lady. She's very fey in appearance with auburn hair and blue eyes. And she is peering over something, but you can clearly see like the chainmail, the vestments. You recognize that outfit quite
Used
well.
to wear it.
Doesn't seem to turn when you guys come in. It's just very preoccupied with what's going on. But
Makes me a little uncomfortable, but okay.
How much are regular potions of healing running these days?
a regular potion of healing, the small ones,
Yeah.
100 gold.
What about the superior?
Or
Or is it greater?
which one's next?
The 4d4.
I think greater's 44.
44?
And then superior is the
Yeah, let me look at
8.
Yeah. And then Supreme is.
So that's
Supreme is
200. Superior's 400. Supreme is 600. I think. I'd have to look up the actual...
Do we just want to get like a handful of like the graders or the superiors?
How much were the superiors again? Sorry.
Double check. With my magic item rarity chart. So the regulars are 100 now. The greater healings are 200 because those are usually 100. Superior are 400. Supremes are... Wait, that's rare. Superior are 500.
Superior.
Supremes
500.
are 1500.
Maybe just some graders and some regulars, and maybe a couple superior.
I feel like it would be best to just get all graders. At the prices that they are, you're paying for the same, like, the price per ounce is the same
the
for...
magnitude is I understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Plus, at this point, we're basically just using them for quick patching up of,
Sure.
damage or somebody's...
So graders, 200 each. I have 10 of those.
How much could we get for 2,000?
10.
10? Okay.
That's...
All of them, yeah. Do we want to just do 10?
You want all 10 of my
Sure.
healing potions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just drop 2k.
So you want that? Do you want any other kind of potions?
We're a little broke right now, so
Up to you.
I'll just take 1,000 out of my personal for that, and that way
Okay.
we get...
She prepares them and hands them to you. Do you want a box or do you just want them individually?
Individually is fine, and I just hold open my bag.
She sets down 10 vials and does not touch the bag.
You don't want to put... Oh, okay. I will just start putting them in the bag after I hand her the gold.
Yeah. 2,000. She takes it, puts it on the table next to her other spices, and continues to grind away at some seeds. Takes the bowl and sprinkles the seeds all over top of the bubbling. You see a little puff of smoke come out of the cauldron.
We are a bit broke.
Yeah.
Can I get you anything else, darling?
That should be fine, actually. Yeah.
After your fight, we should look into maybe earning some extra money somewhere so we can be prepared for all the stuff we have to do.
1 superior left on me, and we have 10 greater.
That'd be 2 each if we split them up between all of the
Yeah, all of us.
main keepers of 8.
Yeah.
That sounds a little gatekeepy, but you know what I mean.
I have this bowl. Let's go to the art guy. I really don't want to go to the art guy, but we should go to the art guy.
Are we gonna tell him there was a heart in this bowl?
No.
What if it improves the price? Maybe it's avant-garde to have Necromancer Evil Art Bowl.
If he actually, I'll let you do the talking to him.
Oh, that's probably a poor decision on your part, but I'm all for it.
Why?
I make terrible decisions with my words. All the time.
But also, if he talks and calls us, like, poor refuse that has wandered into his store, I might... I don't know if I have the patience.
If you don't, what are the chances that I do?
See, but somehow people like you despite the grating personality.
Oh, it's because I'm very likable. You have to assert the fact that people will like you, and they will.
I don't... I mean, I guess it works. I can't argue, so...
So that's going to take some travel time. Back over.
After that, I have some personal things I want to pick up, but...
Okay.
That was vague.
No, I need, like, a winter coat, and, I want something for Rose.
Okay. I still need to talk to comic book guy, too, at some point.
We can split up to handle that.
Sure.
If we need to, just to knock it out.
Avelios, as you land near the courthouse and walk in the back door, you can hear the mumbling of older Aarakocran voices in the familiar room.
I hate this room.
You're gonna walk in?
Yeah. The
All right.
room. It's my worst nightmare.
So you pop the door open and there's the chamber.
I want to be a noble.
There is the chamber
I
in the
didn't
back
expect
that.
I want to be a noble.
Look at those weed pants. Will you grab me something? Just any beverage. Okay. Pick one. I trust you. She's gonna bring me pee.
I'm gonna bring you what? What'd you say?
Is it Gamer Girl P?
She does games, so it's fine. I'll power up.
What about her bathwater? Do you have that still?
If she's taking a bath, it's very rude to do in the middle of the game, so...
It's not her part.
Sponge bath.
Yeah,
Just bring
yummy.
it out into a cup.
Anyway. So you do walk in, and you see... several elders. You see 7 elders. And you see Seiko and Vel on one end of the table... and they are trying to say, like, he'll be back soon. We promise. We can't make big decisions without him. All we can do is hear you out and do our best. And then Mel goes, or we could kick you the fuck out. Oh, see, he's here. And you walk around the corner, and everyone turns. All 9 faces pointing at you.
I got snacks for the show.
Jesus Christ.
Got snacks, y'all! Don't sit down before you bring me that drink. Okay, cool. Because I really didn't want to lean over. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
There's just stuff in there.
Yeah, just open her up.
There's all kinds
There's a
of
clear
goodies.
way to open that.
There's a little flap somewhere.
Yeah, you have to...
It's not a bag. You can't just rip it open.
Wow.
Ooh,
I feel personally
throw me that
attacked.
pink cookie,
Holy
please.
shit.
But the cookies are in bags,
Throw me
though,
that
so
pink one.
I'm sorry. What is this one?
Fancy cookies.
Pink one.
Chocolate,
Yeah,
buttermint,
toss it.
buttercream
bad.
frosting, chocolate,
Toss
peppermint. Oh,
Fucking awful, but it worked.
there's cookies, cookie bars,
Cool.
I'm gonna have
and
that.
peppermint bark
So-
and stuff in here.
Happy holidays, friends. Sorry, Randy.
He's not even
Some-
at his chair.
Oh, he isn't? Oh, fuck him.
The peppermint bark is
Okay,
hella
so you walk in. There are snacks on the table, and you start enjoying them. But they're all looking at your face.
I'm back.
The Aarakocran Emperor
I'm
Orator.
sorry. We went to a place and we thought it was a day.
They all start talking over top of each other all at once at the same time, and Vel and Seagull go, "Oh,
If you want me to fix things, you can't talk at the same time.
he's right." The old owl that keeps trying his best holds his hand up. Let's let the Emperor speak.
That's good.
And they sit down. And Vel pulls out the chair at the end because they were both standing next to the chair.
I haven't had these yet.
You go and sit down. He slides it in for you. Right up to the... Because he didn't expect you to be gone for a week and a half either. And they sit there. Everybody looks at you again. And Seiko, you can hear him go, "Thank you for showing up." Okay, I'll speak for everyone here. The dragons are a large problem here. Other than that, there are many citizens who feel as though you gave a speech about being one, and you exerted a lot of power over someone from a lower caste. So there's that. Another one pipes up.
Whoops.
This one is a finch.
Put me on your council.
And we are now giving supplies to Dragonkin. Everyone here has to coexist, and part of that coexistence has been giving foodstuffs to the neighbors to the south. Not a lot of people are very happy about that, sir. And then another one, a hawk, pounds onto the table. And how do you decide to fix this?
The dragons?
Yes!
There's no fixing that.
They all start fucking yelling at each other immediately.
Do you know?
Shut the fuck up!
That's Val.
Says Vel. They all turn like,
Thanks.
this fucking guy.
Yeah, that was good.
It makes it even better that
He's
they're
not
all,
a noble.
they're all probably tweeting at each other. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
I fucking hate you.
It is an Aarakocran, yeah.
They're here because it was part of the treaty that ended the war. So you can either have the war, or you can have the dragons to the south.
Just went like a little baby.
They start muttering to
There's
one another.
no other options than those two.
There we go.
We didn't know that we'd have to share things
I didn't
keeping our
know-
people alive.
I didn't know until I was there either. But I didn't have a choice. If I say no, then we still would be at war. You wanted the war to end, you gotta make some sacrifices somewhere. You can't just end it.
The very people that... led to the destruction of the nest.
Yikes.
And someone goes, yeah! He does make a point, young Emperor.
Mm-hmm.
We have rewarded them to be in our city.
I feel like...
Our second city.
It's not our city.
They all look at each other again. Sort of look back at you.
We moved in. They didn't have to let us move in.
Finch pipes back up. My children walk the streets with these fiends. I saw one near our breakfast nook this morning. Red scales out in the open.
Kick her off the council.
My husband was killed by one. Here I am at his council space.
And we've all had friends and families killed by dragons as well. Like, would you rather be at war?
We hear one of your friends are fighting. Are they gonna fight the dragon?
I don't know. It's whatever the dragon picks to fight. It's the dragon's choice.
Many of us are going.
To the fight?
Yes. It's to be held here in the city, is it not?
It is.
Okay. I didn't know if with
It's to the south in their wedge.
I thought they said something
It's
about
in the crater.
the middle of the city.
Yeah.
Where
We're fighting in the crater.
I was,
Oh boy.
it's been a while.
Sorry, Spidey.
Rip.
Since we're going, if anybody acts out of line, there will be consequences. And you probably are not gonna like them, because the dragons will be very pissed off.
We're all
They won't be
equal.
from me. The consequences won't be from me. If you want to keep the dragons, fine, we just have to deal with it. Or else we will be at war and they will just kill the city. Like,
We will not do anything. But I'll have you know, this council is clearly not full today. You look around, you don't see any representatives of the Kenku or the Buzzard folk or anything like that. You're missing two.
why?
Pissed off.
Been gone for a while, I don't know.
Oh my god. I'm.
They're done.
We're in a different city. goddammit.
This is Sarah having a fucking conniption fit listening to this.
Well, again, you treated one of theirs severely.
So, who is in charge while you're gone? Because
Well.
these two don't want to speak on your behalf.
I did put them in charge, yes.
Right, but they can't make any judgments. Either we can as a council, or you have to get yourself a queen. By right of marriage, he or she can
Yeah.
carry out your will.
It wouldn't be terrible to have a wedding and throw a large party,
No, that wouldn't
celebrate Eric Cochran relationships, and start a
Party.
new...
Started. That's a good idea.
Wedding? No.
But we can't have a party because we'll get exploded.
When you get
can't do
married,
it.
Gygax
goes-
is gonna get fucking exploded.
I don't know about a party, man.
Not again, I can't do it.
Party PTSD.
Oh, what about a celebration that isn't a party?
I don't trust it.
A community-wide Gygax in general. Just a day of rebirth. We can actually have more than one wedding. Maybe a bunch of people can get married and we can have sort of a communal festival of
We just outlaw
just
parties.
enjoying.
You can't call it a party, though.
It doesn't have to be a party. Oh, why are we against parties? When you have a conversation.
Long story. That's a good idea.
Oh, that hurt.
Kind of like a start fresh. Also, no more violence. Was that a bad? You want me to fucking chop more wings off? Like what?
Just an interesting way to say it.
I looked at wait, this is in the yeah, okay. I looked at my calendar for the next one and I had the feasting night again written down. I'm like, why? No, I remember accidentally writing it down without an eraser. So
I have 11 charisma. I am doing my best.
So on the 21st of next month, there is a significant celestial event occurring that you could marry under. You could also.
What's next month?
Next month is Nimun, which is Ngimun. You might not have it yet.
I don't think I do. So next time you print stuff, try and remember to print that for me if you can.
On the 25th of the month after that, there's a shooting star, and it is a very rare double full moon. And there's aspects of your culture that these things can lead to different events.
I don't trust that night. Not at all.
So, well, that one. So the other one is a double eclipse. So they are, as you sort of talk about this, they're like,
It's on the fucking
first of all,
actually
you need
comes
to
out
get
and it's
Armadillo
like,
to say
"Yeah, bitch."
yes.
Yeah.
And so maybe you two should talk about it.
Yeah.
But also, they say the 21st of next month or the 25th of the month after that. And they have some competing ideas about it. The double eclipse sometimes is considered a bad omen to some people, but a double full moon is good usually. Shooting stars, depending on the color of the star, you don't know if this has anything to do with other than superstition. You just know that there's a shooting star.
I got it.
We
double negative it.
Double negative.
A party on the double eclipse.
A party on the double eclipse, which is next month.
2 negatives have to be positive, right?
Or it's just super double bad.
Can it get much more worse
The
than a
necromancer
party
and
exploding?
a bunch of fucking weird guys with masks show up and just nuke the rest of
It's
the
actually
fucking
the day
planet.
after your birthday.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So the day after Professor's birthday, or 3 weeks after the footed arrow should be open.
Oh shit, that's coming up too. Oh no, there's so much.
Which is your shop.
Yeah.
You don't have to choose right now. I'm just saying they're floating these two out because they're
Significant.
usually Aarakocran weddings coincide with celestial events due to your proximity to the sky and kind of that whole motif of religious adherence to things that occur up high. So it would be a symbolic thing. You could choose other dates, but those two would have cultural significance to your people. There are later dates as well, but these are the two that are coming up next. Just a thing. You can also just say fuck it and do it right now. Or never.
Courthouse wedding.
But it's a thing. So royal weddings are like huge. It's a big deal for Aarakocrans. Because of course your lifespans are very short. the union of two people, including the fact that you guys pair bond forever. They're spiritual events that are often met with people say that they feel changes after the fact, as their bond is solidified through a religious ceremony. And most Aarakocrans prefer Aga and Gila as their god of choice, but gods of choice, who are represented by the moons, which is why often they coincide with the moons. So a double eclipse or a double full moon is like primo time for an emperor to get married.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either way.
There's one more important part of that. The very pissed off girlfriend.
Everyone sort of chuckles if you lighten the mood a bit. Okay, but I do suggest that you spend some time with the people, as the day is young, and spending a little bit of time showing face. Your friends can come with you, and he points to Siko and Vel, and reassuring the people that you're going to keep them safe. I don't know how much it's gonna work.
A little's better than none.
I can't argue with that. Well, you may not be your father, but you're not your brother. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, no more,
I followed that man into war.
I don't plan on going to war anytime soon. Hopefully.
That's good. Well, go out, spread goodwill to the people. Maybe we should talk about not letting the dragons on our side. I don't know.
We should probably set up a way to communicate while I'm gone. That would be smart.
Well, we don't have anything like that.
I could figure something out.
You can communicate to one of us at any time through a spell, if you'd like. And he looks around for confirmation. Everyone sort of nods their head. If you have to leave, you let us know. And we will, in your stead, make decisions. If you don't like a decision when you get back, maybe don't leave.
Kinda gotta save the world.
I have no idea why that's the case, but...
Long story.
Well, sir... I think this has been a little bit more productive. I do wish you'd take it easy on the people. They've lost enough.
I agree.
Val sort of puts a hand on your shoulder. Alright, get out. Get up. Stand up and leave. So after this, if you do want to carouse with
I was gonna go and
spend time with the people, with advantage, you can make 2 charisma checks or saves.
He's
The
doing
thing.
the thing!
Oh yeah, it's the thing.
14? 14? You said
And-
advantage.
Yep.
Yeah, so. And 12.
Okay.
Oh my
so,
god.
His
So it's
charisma is
11.
0.
Holy shit.
it's
Zero.
not terrible.
Yeah.
So you are able to go out and there are people around the front of your house at times. You're kicked out till the end of the day though, so you don't dare step past
Yep,
that
I
gate.
do not.
Nope.
Nope.
But There are people out front. They seem upset. Some people. No one's gonna like attack you. You're an emperor.
Also,
no one's
super
after they
strong.
talk to you for a little bit and you spend some time, and this takes the rest of your day basically. You kind of help a little bit. Some people aren't willing to really hear you out, so it's a middling experience. It's probably better than not doing anything though. Throughout the day, and seeing you walk among them
And help out.
is like a big difference. So there's that. Before we get back to you guys, did Egnir want to do anything else?
No, just the
Because you had mentioned something else. You had mentioned talking, like sending a message.
I was gonna visit the matriarch in person, but
You want to visit? Well, you do have a sending stone, is why I'm saying. So you just mentioned that. So if you want to do that, you can. If you'd rather head out there, that'd be like transport via plants sort of thing.
yeah, I'd rather head out there. So I'll wait and see if everyone else is on board with doing the Hanson thing, or
Sure. Okay.
just gonna leave him dead.
Okay. So, we head back to you guys, and you guys wanted to head over to the art guy.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so
I prestidigitate myself to look as pretty as possible.
Sure.
And
Icilius, you're wearing demon clothing.
I'm gonna prestidigitate the other two as
So
well.
they're all clean.
Clean them up.
She's pretty clean.
You have new
Fancy
clothes.
hat.
I don't feel the need to use my looks to make a deal.
Look, it's this guy.
I can use my words like an adult person.
We are gonna do that, but also I just didn't want him to immediately start trashing us as soon as we walked in the store.
Fuck him!
Just.
You look over to Icilius and like, you cleaned him, but he's got that weird vest. He's wearing like armor. He's got
Yeah.
boots. He's got a big ass gun.
I just wait outside.
I'm gonna make it look like I'm not wearing armor and just wearing my normal undercoat and
Okay.
like.
Icilius said he could just wait outside if you want him to.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll just wait outside. That sounds like it's
He's
gonna
kind
be
of an
easy.
asshole, so you're not missing anything.
Okay.
I was like worried about it.
So Icilius just sort of stand by the door. You just like prop your leg up and just like lean on the wall. Okay. You do that and you watch people pass by as these two walk in with a so this cylindrical building is made of polished marble with a bronze dome on top of it. This is in the southeastern market of the business ward, so lots of hoity-toity folks, people who walk by you, Icilius, stink eye you, like openly, and don't look away when you look at them. They are very classist. These are the people that would get the guillotine first, basically. The
You have to bring
door...
down the bourgeoisie.
The door is also bronze, and is adorned with several heroic depictions of a mustachioed halfling. This halfling is using a rapier almost exclusively in all of these to be dashing and to parry attacks, and always the mustache is incredibly polished. Inside, as you walk in, you do hear very light a harpist playing. It's sort of echoing through the marble halls, the walls, floors, marble. You can hear your footsteps loudly and echo through on the walls, covered with art from all over the world. There are depictions of Victorian-looking families standing stiffly in their strange dresses. Not a lot of people you see around here look like that. You see statues of people with golden skull faceplates. You see people in poses like they're supposed to be heroic, but they're not holding weapons. Very, very strange art, but all of it very ostentatious in expensive-looking frames. If it is a painting or something, some of the paintings move with you as you walk past them, kind of like the Gallifrey Falls sort of thing. And all of them have very expensive price tags underneath with the names of the artist. You do see at the back, as you walk in, walking forward, a very lithe halfling male, a little bit tall for a halfling, with a large waxed mustache, wearing a scarf that changes colors to match the painting that he seems to be walking by, as you see it sort of chameleon. As he walks towards you, he's wearing a black turtleneck and green corduroy pants with open-toed sandals. Also in here, on their day, seem to be the other bougie citizens of Tin Top, some of them in full-on gowns and tuxes, looking at art. And you can hear a lot of, yes, of course.
Okay.
He walks forward.
Hi.
Please, keep it down.
Okay.
We've had complaints from customers.
We walked in 5 seconds ago.
Oh, it wasn't you?
Anyway, we have this thing. I'm gonna stage whisper, so I'm not.
Please speak up.
We have,
Speak up!
we have this bowl here.
My goodness.
Ruby encrusted, and we were looking to see if you could appraise it.
Wants me
for
to
us?
appraise
Yes.
during a showing. Come back! And turns around and walks. And sort of follow. Asilius, at this point, a small child walks up to you. Just this little boy in pretty dirty clothes. Walks up to you and goes, "Hey, mister!
Yeah?
Give me money!"
I literally have no money on me.
You're a liar!
I have a silver bullet.
Give me your bullets!
I'll give him one silver bullet.
Snatches it. You're stupid! And then he runs away.
Nobody would ever have to know.
Give him a 10 gold silver bullet.
Hey, he could feed his family with that.
So you guys walk back into the appraisal area. There's a door you're ushered through, another bronze door. And in here's another office.
God, the last time I went into the back of a store, into a special room, my face imploded.
Please don't say things like that in here. So, please sit down.
I'll sit.
Thank you. Let me see it. The piece. Thank you. Sets it down. You're very obviously inconveniencing him. Well, rubies. It's very polished. What was in here? Oh, awful. What is this soot?
It was used for ceremonial purposes, and that is the remains of said ceremonial use.
Possibly like a...
It's just
What
traditional,
was in it?
traditional,
What's
maybe
ceremonial
incense
thing?
or something?
incense, perhaps some sort of ceremonial meats.
So you brought me a meat jar,
No, it's not a meat jar.
a bowl
It has
A meat
rubies
bowl.
on it.
with rubies.
It's a, well...
It does not
Design.
smell like meat.
kind of elven... Possible.
Each of you roll an independent deception check.
Oh no. Yeah, fits.
17.
I have rose, so I'm gonna use my luck. My one luck. Worse.
You can pick either.
Oh no.
Oh.
12.
What aren't you telling me right now? The price has just plummeted. If I am to appraise this, I need to know what is in it. How can I sell this?
Possibly.
What if I tell you the owner, and perhaps that would elucidate the value of such an object?
Was this person famous? I can sell famous things.
What about infamous?
Infamous?
Infamous, like the clown that used to run around here.
Worse.
Wait, I have questions about the clown.
Yes.
There was a clown that ran around here that is now infamous.
The
the-
the one that
we,
died.
We saw his
Babbitt.
head get smashed in. I
Yes.
remember that. Never mind.
You were at the murder of Babbitt.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Okay.
We
Yeah.
were the ones that saved the tin bank from being robbed by him, and
And the bird was part of that.
Interesting. Speaking of the bird, I would not let that information out if you want to keep your face. So
He knows he doesn't like us anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
interesting. He went on a rampage, it seems. The streets have been very clean of riffraff recently.
Oh God. He's still just beating people up, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure he didn't.
Are you changing the subject?
Anyway, the owner of this bowl is the, the necromancer that leveled part of Gygax. And
I do not know anything
Tau-
about that
There was a tower,
event.
bunch of undead, like an army of the undead
I have
around
heard
the city.
things of this, but it is not. I deal with upper crust people. We don't typically deal with
Consequences?
you people.
What is that supposed to mean?
Or if you didn't need the money, you wouldn't be appraising this, you'd be buying.
Why would I need to buy a piece of art?
Especially from you,
That
the
just
mustache.
goes to show the difference between one of you and one of us.
And you know what the difference is? If you were out there without us,
Affluence.
you would die.
It's possible.
Why does anyone buy art from you when it's clear that you have no taste based on your mustache?
Nice hat. $400 gold.
Not to him. Fuck this guy, right?
I'm taking my bowl and I'm leaving.
Can I speak to your manager?
It's okay. I think that sounded better in your head, but the spirit of it's there.
I am taking my ball.
You, sir,
Oh no.
are a horrible person.
Oh,
And you sit here in your stupid marble little store and you collect your stupid fancy expensive things. There are people dying in the world and you're not going to be safe from it, except for people like us who are going to be on the front lines to defend your ability to be a hoity-toity asshole in your...
I'm sorry. Just had a spell of sleepiness. So, please have a whatever kind of day you people have. And let me go talk to my customers. Thank you. Sort of ushers you like this.
If you see a man floating around with a mask, just
This
you know
insult's
what?
gonna mean nothing to him.
It's not gonna mean
You're really
anything
bad
to
at
him
this.
unless it happens, you know. And then the last thought he has, whenever he sees that, and then like 10 top is leveled to a flat plane,
He
then
doesn't understand what's going.
Pulls out a small, smooth stone, and you recognize that this is a sending stone he's about to pull out. Did you want to say anything while he's shuffling through?
We're fucking leaving this trashy ass establishment. Let's go.
Karen
A wonderful day.
walk out. On the way out.
The market district has corn dogs.
I'll have you know corn dogs are delicious. And if your taste tells you otherwise, you have terrible taste.
A few of the patrons as you walk and say this
Professor,
to the halls.
Professor,
Look
please
and go.
stop me. I'm going to break
Corn
something. I'm
dog?
going.
Half this art's stolen, by the way. Just so everyone knows.
Make a persuasion or deception check.
It's probably fake.
13.
We give a broad.
One guy walks out.
I'll do it in thirds. 13,
Yeah.
12, 1, 5.
Yeah! No!
So you see a lot of the people start to look at each other as you open the door and out.
If he does business with the likes of us, just imagine who he buys from.
And then... and Icilius, you hear the end of that.
Negotiations go well?
No.
I thought that went
Screw
pretty
this guy. And all these rich assholes.
good. Yeah.
You feel a tap at your hip, Alenia.
I look down.
Give me your money! Just a little kid.
Does he look like poor?
Kicks you in
he
the
look-
shin.
Hey!
Gimme!
Why don't you ask nicely?
No!
Why?
He's stupid! Points at Icilius.
It's not his fault, it was the mayonnaise.
You know, if you ask nicely, I might...
Silver bullet worth 10 gold.
You gave him a bullet? You gave a child a bullet.
Are you...
Well, it's
Do you...
more just a chunk of silver without a gun.
He might have a gun, you don't know.
Where's your...
Give me a gun!
Where's your parents?
What's that?
You don't have parents?
Sure I do. You're stupid! And he runs away.
What? I was gonna... Okay.
Yeah, he's kind of a little dick.
That negotiation went better than the last one, I
I
think.
was
so.
gonna give him some money and then he ran away.
Is there anyone in front of the store right now?
Just you three and then people walking past.
Are there windows?
Are there windows into the door? Into
Like,
the...
can
no,
people
not
see
into...
us from the inside?
No. It's just a cube of marble with a bronze dome.
How many people are walking by the building, relatively?
Roll perception check. It's pretty low. It's just
9.
oh fuck. Well, as you sort of are thinking about machination, a couple dozen maybe, and there's some carts, some people that are being in pretty nice carts, and you don't really know how many quick head count. But
This guy, stand in front of me real quick.
What are you doing?
Just stand in front of me and block the view.
I have my wings out now. And I'm gonna...
you have your wings out.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna
the
make my
most-
wings...
People are gonna be like, look at the...
A bunch of people, Icilius, you see start turning and looking directly at all of this. It's the most conspicuous thing you've seen in a while.
Oh, shit.
Most people don't have wings.
It's normal for me.
That wing lady's stupid!
Kid!
You can't see him.
Yelling at a child.
just heard
She's
him.
off the rails. Stop her.
After a little bit, people start to look away and just continue doing their shit.
Okay, I'm gonna take my magic paint,
Okay.
and while they're blocking, try and just draw a big dick on this building.
So the nature of magic paint is the thing becomes reality. Alright, roll perception or no, performance check.
Draw a giant purple dick.
Oh god, that's not very good either. Wait, do I have luck? I have 1 luck
Do
point
you want to
left.
use a luck point?
I'm gonna use a luck point on this dick.
And you have your rabbit's face.
Alright, use the luck point on this dick.
25.
Oh my
It's the most
god.
immaculate dick.
Alright, describe the dick however you'd like.
This is... Oh god.
Does it have balls?
Is
or
it the
just a dick?
veiny?
It has balls, but the dick
Is it a masculine or feminine dick?
It is a masculine dick.
Ooh, it's a boy dick.
It's got,
We've got boy dick.
It's very large.
Ah, vascular.
It's dripping some sort of
Oh
fluid.
my god.
Is it the kind of?
Circumcised?
It's not. This is
It's a hooded
Oh, yes.
Avenger. Are you saying is it to scale, like it's like large,
Oh, it's large.
or is it like large for someone?
No, it's large.
It's
It's
large.
large on the building, relatively speaking.
Okay, so
Like
it's-
as you walk by, you're gonna be like, "That's a dick on a building. That building has a dick."
okay,
Like jutting out from the
yeah,
building?
hairy.
okay, lots of hair. Okay, it takes you a good minute to do this, and near the end, you see some town's guard go. Icilius, as you are sort of blocking away, this dick is huge. It's too big to block. And you can see, roll a perception check as you can see these two tones guards.
Is my
sitting
wingspan
on
not
the Other
enough?
side, on the other side of the road, which is a good 25 feet away. What?
26.
26. As you look, there's two human guards. They don't look very threatening, and they walk around the corner and they're holding corn dogs. And they're both like half eaten. And one looks to the other one, and they're not in this gold armor like the ones around the bank, which are private. These are the normal towns guard. They're leathers, but they wear blue hats. And they have like a standard uniform with frilly shit, and they have some clubs. They look to one another, and with a 26, you can read their lips. One of them definitely said, "Is that a dick?" And then you all start moving away. Like,
I'm gonna take a little bow and
you're gonna bow towards them?
Yes.
Well, you didn't see them. Do you tell Professor, because you were staring at the
sure.
giant dick,
Sure.
that is now attached to the wall and jutting out from it?
Well, I have an important question. Is it balls too, or just the shadow?
There's balls.
Balls.
Okay.
Balls were confirmed. Hairy. What's the flesh tone? It changes depending on what you got going on,
it's
so...
pinkish. I don't know.
Pinkish! So probably a pretty white guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
White building. It's a building with a dick.
So it's a marble-colored dick.
Fine.
Oh,
Sure.
that's fancy.
Well, is it? Or is it...
You should
Well,
make it
you know,
to where
some,
when you
usually it's
every
a
way
little
you
bit
look at
darker.
it, it's a different
a little
color.
bit darker shades. Okay. So, a confirmed boy dick. So the building it has a boy dick.
Okay.
So the building has a boy dick, a very large one. It's about 3 feet long, and it is dripping, I guess, which is the thing you decided to say out loud, and I had to repeat. And I feel like I've said these words at least in a dream about this D&D campaign, but now I have said them out loud, probably for the 50th time.
How has this been the first penis you've ever painted but those paints?
And it's
That's a good question.
25.
You've had
You turn
these
away,
for like 2
and the
years.
cops The cops, you could see Icilius. You could see them. Did you tell your friends?
ACAB.
No.
Okay, as you turn like, ooh, totally nailed it, and you turn like incognito. Icilius, you sort of look, and then just turn and start walking. And as you look, you see one of them definitely is trying to be like, should we do something? And the other one's like, I don't know what to do. And let me roll one more. Okay. Do you want to look and see how that concludes, or do you want to try to play it cool? Icilius, specifically, since you're the only one that notices them.
I'll watch it play out.
Okay, so as you keep walking, take a couple steps, and you keep turning back, and roll a perception check.
17.
17. One of them mouths, that guy's a dick anyway, and then they turn around and walk away.
Yes! We stand.
So now there's a giant dick. on
It's
that
emblematic
building.
of his personality.
I'm gonna
I'm
write
proud of this
giant
action.
dick in my notes.
That's the first time you've probably wrote that in 2 years.
3 years. Has it been 3 years in September? So, well, 2 years in September, I guess. So it's been more like 2. I
Yeah.
guess you're right. 2 and 3 months. Woo! So,
All right.
I think that's the end of the tin top experience.
No, I wanted to go to like,
Comic book guy.
Oh, comic
Yeah.
book.
Jesus.
Okay.
comic book guy, and I wanted to go find clothing.
Well, you can just find clothing. What do you want?
I wanted to just purchase like a red linen, like short coat, like shoulder coat with
That is easy enough
with like
to do.
Sherpa lining or something in it, so it's warm.
From
Something nicely
Gisella's
constructed.
Wondrous Leather and Chain would definitely have that.
Okay. I just want that, and then I want to get a ribbon for Rose.
Yeah, you could get that. Yeah, easy enough. Gisella's is on the way. Did you want to have any interactions with her? Otherwise, for a really nice coat, it'd be 10 gold
Okay.
if you want it rated for a normal winter.
Yeah, I just basically think like Jester's little
Yep.
like coat, but
So 10
warm.
gold for that. Add well, what kind of ribbon?
Like a little red ribbon to
Just
put
a
around
copper.
his neck.
Just a little copper that you can do, unless you wanted to talk to her about anything.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I could. Should we get like? Should I get? Do you have things for tiny?
Okay, so we are talking.
Yes.
To her. So you enter a long single-story timber building with a tin roof and double red metal doors. Again, those smell a lot like roses when you walk past them. Inside, there are many stands with mannequins wearing various armor from seemingly around the world and clothing. Among the normal forms, you see some designed for races that you rarely see, like tieflings, furbolgs, and gnomes. This person is a tiefling themselves. Thin male tiefling named Gisela, who you have met.
I bought my shield from here once.
Yep. He wears purple robes. And it doesn't seem like he makes it. It seems like he is more of the salesman here that has all these things. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Hi, I just need to get like a winter cape, preferably something that could.
Can do.
Accommodate the
Do you
wings.
want anything either, beautiful lady?
I think I'm alright.
No coat for you. Too warm.
And also I want a little ribbon for my friend here.
Your friend.
I point to Rose.
He's so cute!
Isn't he? I like take him up on my shoulder and say, "You wanna hold him?"
Okay, yes. Please. And Rose sort of goes. I love him.
His name is Rose. I'll take it.
I've never seen one of those in my life, and it is very beautiful. Tall guy, do you want anything either? You look, and he points over to Icilius.
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
The gloves are okay. I mean, I also have other pieces of armor. I see you are wearing a breastplate. I have some things as well.
Should we get some winter clothes for everybody? It's getting about that
Don't
time.
you have some winter clothes?
I
in the
got
mountain
some.
climate?
I got some right before we went to Crosley's house.
Okay. I didn't know. Did
got a
anyone not
coat.
get, like, is Avelios covered? Should we get him a cape or something?
He's royal. He has a fucking mansion.
That's
he can get
true.
his
He
own
could buy
shit.
his own shit.
Okay.
I'm so over rich people shit today.
Me too. Honestly.
After we save the world, let's tear down the hierarchical economic system.
I'm down with that.
What are you doing, Alex?
Hmm?
What are you doing?
Chilling?
Why are you?
What?
Where's your head down?
He's comfortable?
Oh,
He's falling asleep in class.
Falling asleep in class.
Well. We can hook you up with a coat easily, be about 10 gold and have the ribbon for free.
Oh, thank you. Also, I'm wondering if, like, there's something we could get made for him to, like, I don't know, carry stuff for him, like a little backpack or like a
You want him to carry backpack things?
yeah, or like could you do something like a tiny bag of holding? Is that a thing?
I do not necessarily do bags of holding.
Do you know who would? And please don't say someone in the Ivory Drift. I know that would probably be a
It's a
viable
stinging
option.
joke.
It's a little
Other than I
early.
know anyone there, that would have hurt me.
I wasn't a joke. I was being 100% genuine.
Oh, well, okay. Either way, it came across as like a...
Very dry delivery.
Yes. Well... do you have a... I could probably procure one. I'm not the maker of these fine wares, but I do have a person who comes and gives me the shipments from time to time, and I can put an order in, and he is around here somewhere, and I can... he's supposed to come back later. I can put a shipment in and rush it to you.
That might work. Something that would be tiny that can just hold a few valuables.
How many valuables are we talking about? Because normal bags can hold tiny things, so...
No, I mean like not necessarily as expansive as a bag. I think there was like a backpack that we got before that couldn't carry quite as much. So like if there's like a scale to these things.
I mean, I can... what do you want? Do you have a specific thing in mind? Because the people who make these, depending on the dimensions, it changes the price.
So just small enough to put on his back, and then like enough so we could fit like gemstones or small things in there, like diamonds
Are
or
you
something.
looking for a satchel or a whole backpack?
Like a little backpack to put on his little body.
Oh, you mean for Rose?
Yeah.
I thought you meant tall guy.
Oh no.
I was like, he's not that cute.
No,
Right,
for
I'm
Rose.
kidding, tall guy. Okay, well, yes, Gisela can help you out with this. Yes, a tiny backpack. It could have a harness. Sure, I can have this done. I will need his measurements, however.
Okay.
So, let us see here. Rose. He can probably carry like 5 pounds of things. Like to fit in that. So please, and he takes you over to like this small area where there's like a table.
Mm-hmm.
You set Rose down, and he takes a measure and measures out Rose around the shoulders, and oh, you're so small. Okay, I can. The only thing you have to make sure you do not do is put the baby inside another thing, or he will explode.
Yes.
And if you kill that baby and I find out, I will come for you.
I would never kill
I'm
him.
joking.
Also, I
He's
think I
beautiful.
can just like summon him back in a way, but
Do not kill the baby. So, yes, I can. I mean, where should I send this to you? Do you have an address?
Sky Point outside of
Sky
Gygax,
Point, outside of Gygax.
or you could just send it to
Not from-
Gygax.
Just the Gygax and the entire city of Gygax?
We don't have like an official
Sky
address.
Point.
Can I-
Will the people there know what Sky Point is? I don't have to know what it is.
They do, yeah.
Okay, as long as it's just Sky Point.
Delivered to
No
Sky
numbers
Point.
or anything?
to-
Care of Alenia.
Yeah, to
Alenia.
To Alenia.
That's your name?
Yes,
Your name?
my name.
Nice hair.
Thank you.
Okay. So, good hair. Elenia. CO. Sky Point. This could take a few days to accomplish, but I will send someone down. You can pay for a teleport if you'd like, but it is expensive.
It'd be fine to wait the days out.
Okay, so it will be within. Has to be manufactured, so it might take some time. So,
How much?
let me see. What is
Would
the
it be
date?
for
Today is the
this?
30th. We can get it to you by the 38th with no extra charges.
38th?
38th.
Okay. I figure if he has something to hold on to our like valuable spell components,
Sure.
Yeah.
then
Absolutely.
And
Okay.
we'd have access to it anytime
All
you're
the
there.
time.
Be able to pop them in and out.
even if our bag of holding is compromised for any reason, so.
Okay. Well, it was wonderful seeing you, and you're squishy cheeky.
Should I pay you up front now for the
No,
cost?
the delivery person, I do not want to take your money unless you get the thing, so he will have an invoice for you and everything. It's fine.
Do you know how much it would be?
It's a little baby one, probably one something. 100, a little over 100. Can't be more than 200 though. If it's more than
Okay.
200, they're ripping you off.
Thank you for letting me know.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go see Bastyr. Right?
Yeah.
Bastyr. Alright, so Valios is just hanging out for the day. Agnir's hanging out, waiting. Bastyr. So you head back over to the noodle shop and back over to the comic shop, and it is open now. And you pop it open. Boop. And he's in there, and he is wearing a purple professor shirt.
Which professor? 2? Okay.
He's in there, and you see 2 bowls there, and reading, and he hears the thing. He seems to be reading something. He goes, "Come in!"
Hey, Bastyr.
Oh, I know that voice. You close and peek around the corner.
Hi.
Welcome!
Hi.
Nice hat, lady. And sort of gets up and... Welcome to my comic shop. I have many rare... Thank you for bringing your friends. I have many rare books. Maybe you've heard of The Keepers of 8. We're best friends. So this is, you know, Alenia, of course. There's Achilles right there.
Bastyr.
Thank you very
No,
much.
let him go. Let him go. I want to hear this.
Well, you know, they may not have told you a lot about me. Have they told you a lot about me?
Oh, not at all. Why don't you tell me all about
No,
you?
let
Do
me-
you know Odd Debauchery personally?
I do. We are very good friends.
Really?
We
Do you
hang
spend a
out.
lot of time together?
Not a ton, not as much as I'd like, honestly. But, you know, and maybe you guys don't know this, but we write letters to each other from time to time.
Do you have such a letter that I could see?
I sworn secrecy.
Interesting.
Couldn't possibly expose the secrets of our friendship.
Right.
Sort of pulls his hair back. Make sure it's tied up. Scratches his chin.
Are you gonna tell him?
So you got the noodles I left for you this morning?
You left me noodles? Can I interest you in some more noodles?
Did you read the note I left on the noodles? Oh god, no.
That you had to someone talk to me? Didn't Professor write that?
This is cruel.
Wasn't that signed Professor?
Yeah? I want to see how long this takes. You're almost there.
Looks down at your feet.
Hi.
I knew it was you the whole time.
So letters, huh?
Had to make sure it was you.
Mm-hmm.
The real professor would know that was a lie.
Yes. Yes, she would.
Yes, he would.
Anyway.
So, what are you gonna hang out?
Oh,
I wanted to stop by and update you.
Oh
Yeah. Just, if you have issues in the works
no! He
already,
turns around.
it's
and-
fine. You don't have to rip anything up like you did last time. Just, whenever you get a chance
Right
for the new
in-
ones.
The thing that happened that made her change.
Sorry, what?
Don't rip up anything you've already got. Just make up the story where she doesn't come back as the new one.
Why you gotta do that to
Just
yourself?
no,
It's fine.
your art is so good. Don't do that.
How good is it?
It's really good.
Is she being sincere?
Yeah.
Right up, roll a persuasion.
It's like me trying to convince myself. Oh, I was a 17 and then it rolled over. Good thing I have decent persuasion. 17 total.
That's good. It's just a napkin.
Okay.
Anyway. You also probably shouldn't hit on every woman that comes to your shop.
I don't.
Okay.
You're just really good looking.
Oh, thank you. I think.
Why are you making that face?
I can't believe I said that. His face gets bright red.
Oh, just here, it's okay.
I got you some money. Here's some for the sales. It's 127 gold.
Oh,
That's, shirts. Well, guess this is a collector's item now.
Yeah.
I made some pretty cool bird ones. I feel like Avelios wasn't getting a lot of the cool merch. Will you take him something I made?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Alright. Sora walks over, grabs a little box. It's about this big. So, I want to open it up.
I look inside.
It's a small wooden, well-articulated, and incredibly well-crafted and hand-painted action figure of Avelios. You've never seen an action figure. before this
Is
moment.
that a tiny Avelios?
It looks pretty good. He's a little more muscly and probably a little taller, but
Hey,
Bastyr, this is
Like
amazing.
if he got the He-Man treatment.
yeah, it's a little,
Okay.
yeah, it's like 80s toys. But it's got like articulated wrists and elbows and shoulders,
Nice.
and it has
Does it have a little bow or anything?
2 swords. It does have a big bow.
Holy shit.
Are you making these of everybody?
Do you like it?
It's super cool. Yeah.
It's cool. I
Yeah.
thought it was cool too. I'm so glad you like that. Give that to him though, because I feel like he hasn't gotten any of the cool merch recently. It's all been used, all of used. Every single time I make merch, it just changes again, doesn't it? So, yeah, I'm gonna give. I wanted him to have that.
Okay, I'll make
I
sure he
think
gets
he'll
it.
like it.
And so, hope so. I'm making some other ones. So you think people would like that?
Action figures.
Well, yeah, I don't know what that is, but
Where I'm from, they call them action figures.
it looks like a, I don't know, like a really expensive collector's item.
How much are you selling them for?
25 gold each.
Oof.
A lot of labor.
I know.
Yeah, you don't have manufacturing.
That's true.
Okay.
You could technically give him the paints.
Oh god. I like the paint so much though.
Well, I'm just saying.
No, I'm gonna keep the paints.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I'm also afraid
spend,
as to what he would make.
I wouldn't spend all of your
Waifu
time.
pillow, but
Oh
like
yeah.
it's like
Oh,
a
God.
real lady.
He might have like an Alenia shrine or something.
You can't make a sentient living being.
But I'm not saying it would be sentient.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying it would just be like the visage
flesh doll.
of
It's
a-
like it's
Yeah.
like one of those sex dolls. Yeah, basically.
And he doesn't even clean his noodles. He's not going to clean up after his noodle.
Oh no! Stop!
It's just a well-shaped cum box at that point. You guys know the internet memes?
Nope, we're done. We're
Yep.
done.
Session's done. That's where we leave it.
Do you think he has a cum tribute?
Oh boy!
Probably not.
Oh boy! Please subscribe.
How would Alenia know what a cum tribute is?
It's not me.
I was
I'm
gonna say,
asking as a person.
in a world without photography,
Yeah,
that
no.
takes. You have to be real rich. You get
No, not that-
a portrait of someone
No,
painted.
not that kind of cum tribute. I mean, like
Jesus.
when you put. Did you ever see the My Little Pony one?
What?
I am bamboozled.
You guys don't know the jar?
Oh yes, I do. I know what you're talking about.
Oh, the cum jar.
Yes.
And they boil it. They boil
Every
the
time,
jar.
no, stop. Every time I think about the steam,
Randy's face is just like, what am I doing with my life?
Randy, your hand has been inside a cadaver.
Randy, you've probably
Multiple.
fucked one of those fucking Gundams in the background. Don't even act like you don't.
I wish.
I don't-
Sharp edges.
Okay. So,
My characters commit suicide.
yeah,
Yes.
I get it.
Avelios does. He's not even there.
Dead. Okay.
He gets leveled along with Gygax.
Okay, so
I'm so sorry, chat.
I'm not.
I'm good.
So you have an Avelios action figure, and we're gonna pretend that that's where it stopped being in the game.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else you want to do?
I think we should go back and hope that Avelios hasn't completely started a riot.
Have nightmares.
I think it'll be okay.
Are you really saying that sincerely?
No, but I'm trying to be more positive.
They're gonna come back and realize, oh shit, he actually
There-
did right things.
I feel like there's going to be some sort of riot from the underclass birds.
God. By the time you guys get all this done, by the way, it is nighttime.
I need to get home.
Yeah.
Okay, easy enough. You can head back to the Hartnell unless there's anything else you want to do in Tintop.
I don't think so. As we walk at night, I'm gonna keep an eye out. Cause I'm paranoid about the bird.
Okay, did you go roll a perception?
No, no.
12.
You don't see the bird anywhere. He's,
I hope that the asshole at the art place called the bird.
Why would he have a direct line? It'd be funny if he was the bird somehow.
We've
know how
already
that would
seen the
work.
bird not in costume. Or no, did he have his
No,
mask
no,
on,
no.
but he was in his underwear?
We've never seen him in like that.
yeah. Anyway. So, the three of you head to the Hartnell. Flip your switches and you start your process toward that. Levelios! Think this is fine?
You're out of the doghouse.
Birdhouse.
You are headed home.
For now.
For now.
For now. Is my chair completely fucked now?
The hole opens up. Is it broken?
Yeah.
There's a chair right
It's
there.
fine. We'll see.
No deal.
I'm gonna bring
So-
a chair next time.
You make your way home after a long day of trying to deal with the political uprise sort of situation. It's not riot levels or anything, but people seem pissed off, and you disappeared shortly after for longer than you thought you were going to. You enter toward your house. The Praetorians give you the customary sort of bow, and you open the doors to the front, or they open the doors for you to the front, and you walk through, and you got your
Bougie
foyer.
can't even open his own door.
Well, maybe he'll open his own door in a second. And I assume you head upstairs to the bedroom, just the open foyer. You don't see anyone else inside, really. Walk up the stairs, head over. The large white door is to your main bedroom is closed, and you open it up, and your armor stand and your weapon rack is to the left. So you can start going through your normal sort of routine of closing up. You sort of close the bedroom door behind you as you start to take this stuff off. What's your passive perception?
20.
20. Okay, yeah. So you assumed Armadillo was asleep in front of you in the bed. As it kind of, the door opens up, the bed is sideways and the wall is here. But you don't hear her breathing from there. You actually hear her breathing from the other side. The other side of the door, which would be now behind you as you've turned sort of into the corner that set your shit up. And you look behind you, and you do see Armadillo. And she is sitting in her vanity chair, but the vanity is usually across from the door next to, like, on this wall. But it seems to, she's slid it down a good 30 feet to be behind the armor rack area. Just a good 20 feet away from you. And she's sitting on the chair, and she's looking at you, and I'm dead. Her arms and legs are tied to it, and her mouth seems to have a gag wrapped around it, like separating her top and bottom beak.
The terrorist is back.
You also see tears falling down her face, rather silently. There's a large window behind her letting the bright light of the double moons in. Standing next to her On her left, so it would be standing, sitting, from your point of view, is a familiar tall Aarakocra. Covered in leathers, dark brown matted feathers, and a bald pink head with gold ring piercings along his nose, and his buzzard-like beak. Standing with one hand, as your hand twitches towards Mistral at your hip, which you haven't taken off yet, his hand rests calmly on her shoulder. A jagged dagger sort of pressed up to her collarbone. Seems yet again we are in a rather interesting predicament.
I'm gonna kill you.
I don't suggest it,
Not now.
but you can take
But
your
I'm
shot
going
if you'd
to.
like to.
And it's gonna hurt.
I mean, if you'd like to take a shot,
I didn't say no.
you've got your bow right there. I didn't think you had it in you to do it anyway. So, how you been? My music stopped.
How am I supposed to be intimidating?
Smacks a record player and starts again.
I feel like that's what he would fucking do.
100%.
I thought this fucker ran away.
Well, he ran back.
What do you want?
Ah, good question, sir. Well, seems to me the upper crust isn't changing much. Seems to me you want to keep doing your thing, which is very nice. But not nice for everybody. What I want you to do is abdicate the throne, mostly, and then I'll let you both live. And, of course, handing it over to me.
You know that can't happen.
Oh, it can absolutely happen. Emperor can do whatever he wants.
You know it's not going to happen.
Well, you're gonna have to shoot me then. So, like I said, predicament. I want something, you don't want another thing. Easy enough, I'll take the crown. We can start there. After that, doesn't bother me. He sort of taps his fingers on the blade that's on her collarbone.
Why?
Why do I what?
Why?
Seems like a strange question to ask.
Does it?
Yes.
This seems like a strange way to attempt to get what you want.
Does it seem strange to you for me to ask for your crown?
Yes. That's
Well, then
such a...
hand it over.
Having the crown means nothing?
It actually means 5 attunement slots, but it's symbolic.
This is that
Is it?
buzzard guy, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if he was a buzzard or if he... Yeah.
This is the guy I think it is, right? Okay.
The guy in the restaurant. In the
Yeah,
Yeah,
he was the
Marengo.
one that was
Yeah,
bounty
the
hunter.
Aloric?
Alaric?
Aloric, yeah.
I couldn't remember if he was a buzzard or an eagle for some reason.
Buzzard.
The window's open, right?
It's cracked.
Enough for him to throw the crown out?
Not for you to throw the crown out? No.
No.
It's the way it opens is kind of like out like this.
Mhm.
It doesn't go up. So it's cracked open. It looks like it's been pulled shut but not latched, basically. So it would hit the window and fall on the floor.
I'm gonna walk that way. But not towards him, just towards the window.
Well, the window's right behind him.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he pulled
okay.
the chair in front
Okay.
of the window.
So he has this fucking escape.
Seems so. Could also fight right here, but gotta be honest, you're not very impressive. So,
Neither are you.
maybe not. But I have a lot of confidence.
That
So-
makes two of us.
Either way, the lady's gonna die if you don't hand me the ground. That's gonna be rough on you. Gonna be rough on you.
Crown doesn't mean anything.
I'll take it then. Holds out his hand. Not close enough for you to touch him, but definitely close enough for you to toss it.
I can paralyze him right now. Fuck.
You can do whatever you want. He sort of just holds his hand out. He's still got the dagger like on her collarbone, pressed towards her. He could make a quick move and
Yeah.
right up under her. So you'd have to get him first.
I
But
know.
you're fast.
I'm very fast.
So there's this moment of basic time freeze where your eyes zoom in. You have Mistral on your hip. You have options. You see him in front of you.
Fuck it. I don't need it. And I just throw it at him.
Take it off and throw it at him. Okay. He's gonna make a dex save to catch it. Are you trying to make it tough on him? Okay.
I want to throw it too close, like, you know.
A little bit too close. So he has to like.
Like,
Kinda stumble
towards
back.
the hand that is holding the knife. That way he has to, like, make a decision.
Oh, he's got two hands. We'll see what happens.
But you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah. So in the moment that you do that, oh, there's a stat sheet. Roll a just roll a just add your dexterity modifier to try to throw it poorly. Does that make sense?
18.
18. Okay. You kind of throw it, and it's not super wide, but it's wide enough, and he does have to make a choice, and he's going to try to reach with his left hand, and he's going to reach across.
Is
And
the
try
left
to-
hand the one without the dagger?
His right hand has the dagger.
Okay.
He's going to try to reach across and catch it. And he's able to catch it, but he sort of takes a step forward, and the dagger comes with him.
Where's the dagger, like,
In
pointed
his
at?
right hand.
Is it still, like...
No.
Or
It's
is it
not
like-
stuck in her. It was never stuck in her.
Yeah, but, like, it's
Yeah.
not, like, resting on her anymore?
No,
like, it's
he'd
kinda...
have to make a move back at this point. So there's that split second where he's caught it, and he's probably 3 feet away from her. And in
How
that
far
moment,
away
do
am
you
I?
want to do anything?
How
or-
far away am I? Because I can move real fucking quick.
About 17 feet.
I assume...
Got a moment.
Is it, like... Are we in, like, technically, like, low light? Because I assume there's no lights on.
It is low light.
Which means I'll be even faster.
Mhm.
Fuck. I hate this.
Do the thing, make a choice.
I'm
Make a
When
choice.
he like, because I assume he has to take his eyes off of me to catch the thing.
Sure, she's looking right at you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna dart, like, take off as fast as possible.
Okay.
And because he's not holding the chair at all, technically.
He's not holding the chair.
And when I get there, I'm gonna grab the chair, try and throw it back.
You try to pull her and put. Okay, I'm gonna need to roll initiative here.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, I don't know what this is. Actually, this is probably a good one. It's called the Gauntlet Drops. Sure.
Jiggly. Oh, wait.
22.
I don't know why I love this.
Okay. Okay. So, as you do this, this is not. It says the Gauntlet Drops. How dare you? Let's try this one. Sure. This happens, and there's this moment of standoff, and you reach forward, and you get to go first, and you want to use your action to move forward and move the chair back as far as you can.
So she's out of his reach.
Okay. As you move forward and grab towards the chair, your hand passes through the chair and hits leather. There's a split second, and then she is to the left and he's in front of you. The illusion has dropped. Ah. What do you want to do?
Make him make a wisdom save.
With an action? Are you casting
It's
a
a
spell?
bonus action. This is a bonus action.
A boniac?
Yep.
Are you casting a spell or is it a charge?
It is a blood curse. It's
Okay,
not a
then he doesn't
spell.
get to. Okay, so a wisdom save?
17.
Oh yeah. He got a 24.
Jesus. So he's a little bitch. Okay. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, and he looks at you. And he goes. And you see, it's now his left hand is on her shoulder as he moves back, and his right hand is the one that grabbed the crown, but it is to his right now instead of crossing over. He grabbed it. Thanks. And at this point, you feel your attunement drop on some random shit.
I didn't have anything over 3.
Yeah, so I think you're good then.
I'm good. All my stuff is
So grabs that, and
It wouldn't drop your attunement right away anyway.
No, it'd take.
it would drop your attunement right away. It's what allows him to drop to have
No, I'm
5
saying
slots.
like
If he had slots that it was covering.
when you're attuned to something, it takes an hour being so many miles away from your person before it drops, or someone else attunes
Not
to
with
it.
this that allows you to go over the limit.
Okay.
But since you only have 3 slots, you're good. Into mist. And he's not in front of you.
Is Armadillo still there?
Yeah, she's there tied up.
Yeah, I'm just gonna untie her as quick
Okay.
as possible. And then hug her.
You spend your next action untying her. You can easily cut those ropes with an action. Take the gag out, and she's just sobbing.
I'm just gonna hold her
Okay,
and apologize.
and that's the end of combat. If you want it to be.
I mean, I can't really do anything.
And she cries and holds you. Squeezes tight. And that's where we'll end the session.
I'm gonna kill that motherfucker.
No, I'm going to kill that motherfucker.
That was one of the only NPCs that the professor has ever explicitly looked him in the eye and said, "I'm going to kill you."
It's one of the only people we've encountered that's, like, literally threatened innocent people around us.
Yeah.
Normally we're in, like... It's not great that people are trying to kill us, but usually it's understandable. He's the first person
This is the
that was
second
like...
time he's used, like, a civilian as fucking, fodder.
It's super fucked up.
What a fucking coward.
Yeah, he's scum. I
Oh,
like
yeah.
him.
He's gonna get skinned alive.
He's a huge coward.
Oh my god, didn't you just say no more violence?
No more violence. I'm skinning him. Alright, so, thanks everybody. We will not be playing another game until, like, the new year.
Yeah.
We got holiday shit happening. I know you're going away. Randy's doing a staycation,
Yep.
so that'll be fun. Sarah and I are going to do a
Gingerbread house making
gingerbread
stream.
village.
Well, yeah, because we're gonna be doing multiple houses. So we're making a village. Jake doesn't want to make it a competition because he knows he would lose.
I know that you're all Sarah sycophants. You can still vote if you want, but I'm gonna lose, and it's fine. But I'm just saying, I expect no different outcome.
Oh, when are we gonna do that?
We'll probably do it soon. We're not doing anything on Christmas. We may do it the day of or after. Maybe we'll do a vote. I don't know, because we did our family Christmas today.
Yeah, so
I think we were all gonna do a thing. I can't remember. We're gonna do Friendsmas, right?
Yeah, I don't know when though.
Yeah, me either.
I'm too broke to buy anybody gifts, even though I
Same.
wanted to.
We don't have to buy gifts if we don't want to. We just hang out and eat real food, not
I got
corn.
my gift for you. Never mind, we're good.
Okay, we're good.
Just give me a DisplayPort cable.
Done. Yours is done. We're good.
Wait, what'd I do?
You know what it is.
Oh, I know what
You
it
know
is.
what it is.
It's drugs.
It's legal drugs.
They are legal. So, anyway, I also have legal drugs to share. So, that's the end of this. We'll be hanging out. So look for that. I'll be doing regular streams as well soon. We've just been a little bit busy lately, and YouTube and stuff. New Year's we're gonna hit it like normal. So it'll be fun. We got some cool stuff coming, and then we'll play even more Dungeons and Dragons. And I think 2020 will mark the end of this campaign. So
I can't imagine we'll be able to extend it a whole
there would
over
have to
a
be some
year.
circumstances that occur.
Yeah.
But you guys are rounding near the end, and I'm very excited because
5 more levels until the max.
we've been these
fucking
characters for a
crazy.
long time, and they've grown a lot. So thanks for hanging out in 2019 with us. We've done so much on this stream. I think have we played more sessions on stream now than off?
Yeah.
It's
I
been close.
think-
It's got to be pretty close, if not, because this is like 53. Yeah, really looking forward to this, and then we'll take a break and probably stick with Alive for a while I prep.
Sure.
That, but Alive will be probably it'll be in the same week, I think, that we come back. So yeah. I'm looking forward to playing that, especially because we got all these cool minis, and I want to hang out with Stan Irving really bad. Come on back for that. I might also do a lore dump if I get bored during the holidays while everyone's gone. So that was fun last time.
People want a lore dump on the foreman.
The foreman?
The
He doesn't have a lot of lore.
They
He's
want
a kobold.
lore,
They
damn
don't live
it.
long. They got. Okay, here's the lore. He came from the dragon capital and was told to be a foreman after Agnir's wife gave him the order to do so. That's his story. Before that, he's a young boy. He's got nothing going on. Anyway. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. I really like it. really like this character. I'm gonna be sad when you kill him. So, hopefully he takes one of you with him. So.
What, Alaric?
Oh, I'm
Alaric, I
gonna
love him
take
so much.
multiple pieces of him
I
with
actually
me.
wonder what happened to him after we finally did all this nest shit, because he was, like, certain that we were gonna get caught and he would, like, you know, cash in or something.
Hey, if you wanna capture him alive and talk to him.
Talk? That's not the right word.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't shoot the illusion version of him. That's good. So, come hang out soon. I love you all. Someone slurp. Oh, fuck yeah. That's that good shit.
Slurp.